شويه الحين يا عيال بنشوف المابات. اذا جت المابات بنرفع الصوت، بنشوف كيف القرعه بتصير، لانها بست اوف 5 اليوم يا عيال، بست اوف 5. يلا 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 يا رب.
Okay, so Fnatic, you came from upper bracket, so you're higher seed, A or B?
Team A.
Yeah.
اخذوا اي.
Okay, so you're banned.
بدون اول. ابيس.
Abyss, you're banned.
مفاجاه. سانست ولا لوتس؟
فين لوتس؟
Lotus.
يفهمون.
And map 1 from Fnatic.
We'll go Sunset.
Sunset, side on Sunset.
اوكي توقعت انكم تاخذون سانست، بس انا ما ابغى العب لوتس ضدكم.
Defense, map 2.
لا كويس. هذا انا في سانست احسن من لوتس.
Corrode.
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 Attack.
حلو لو دي ار اكس يخلي هيفن يختارونهم.
We'll pick Haven.
Haven, side on Haven.
حلو من دي ار اكس.
اوتك.
كان بدي الديفند.
Map 4, you have Ascent and Bind.
راح اسنت اي بليف يو ان اسنت.
بيك بايند.
ليه؟
Bind, side on Bind.
ليه؟
Attack.
Attack, map 5 is Ascent.
اوكي
DRX, side on Ascent.
بوث اوكي بس صح لانه هم في اسنت افضل من بايند
Okay, just
فناتك.
confirming bans, we have Abyss, Lotus, map 1 Sunset, DRX Defense, map 2 Corrode, Fnatic Attack, map 3 Haven, DRX Attack, map 4 Bind, Fnatic Attack, map 5 Ascent, DRX Defense. Alright, good luck guys.
حلو اوكي اوكي افضل. اوكي كويس. لا كويسه يا عيال كويسه. بتقول لي ليش يا ابو It's now or never. Who will advance to the grand final? تصويت دي ار اكس. يا سبحان الله يا الناس ده الحين حتى اللي في تويتر. طيب اسمع يا عيال. اوكي يا اخي ما احبها. اصبر الناس الحين قاموا كلهم يقولون دي ار اكس يسوي ده. دقيقه لا عيال الحين على دي ار اكس وفي ضغط يا الله. والله دي ار اكس كان يبدع يوم انه ما حد حوله والناس ما تتوقع انه يتاهل. ما يصير كذا. طب ما علينا نرجع للموضوع الاساسي في المابات. تبنيدهم اللوتس. شوف من ناحيه ان هم يبندون ابيس وبيختارون تيم اي، هذه كلنا قلناها قبل في بدايه البث. دي ار اكس تبنيد اللوتس افضل مليون مره. بتقول لي طيب امس قدموا يا ابو خالد ضد بي ار اكس. بقول لك اي ذاك بي ار اكس. لوتس مع ذا الماب مع ذا التيم الكريه فناتك مو طبيعي. ما في تيم لعب في ماب لوتس مثل فناتك الصراحه. بقول لك في تيم واحد لعب في لوتس فنان. الظاهر انه ما خاب ظني تيم اللي فازوا في شامبيون 2023 اللي هو. بس ذولا مجنن في ذا الماب. فحلو ان احنا بندنا لوتس انهم بياخذون سانست. انا توقعت بس انا يا عيال اتكلم بكل امانه. اعوذ بالله من كلمه انا. اقصد تيم دي ار اكس بالنسبه لي انه يروح يلعب في سانست من اختيار فناتك افضل من انه يروح يلعب لوتس من اختيار فناتك. في فرصه يعني احنا قدمنا اداء حلو ضد ام اي بي ار وفازوا علينا ام اي بي ار، بس قدمنا اداء حلو في مابهم لولا الغلطات اللي في الاتاك وفلاش باك الزعاطه في البستر راوند اذكرها الى الحين ولا راح انساها. فناتك شلون في كورود؟ ما اذكر اني شفت فناتك يلعب كورود في البطوله كامله. قد شفنا فناتك يلعب كورود يا عيال؟ لا ذكرت صوته. ايه ماكو يا عيال والله يستاهل التروفي يا عيال، والله يستاهل التروفي وشامبيون. يا اخي حرام 5 سنين نجلد ونلعب وننجلد 4 سنين ننجلد. اقصد تروفي واحد وبعدين ما عاد ابغى منك شيء. ما يلا التصويت. هم اتاك حنا ديفنت. الماب من اختيارهم هم، من اختيار فناتك. بين يلعب متوب فلاش باك فرينج في البي. ماكو ماسك الاي الحالة ون واي. حلو. اتاكم بيكون مميت كالعادة. اتاكم احنا ما قد فزنا في سانست انا عارف، بس قدمنا مستوى حلو يوم انهزمنا ضد ماي بي ار.
You forgot XLG in Lotus 3 Sentinels.
يب وات يا بابا بيفكونا من الزقاقة. الله يلعن الزقاقة والقطعة.
Kid is shining on the biggest of stages. And to open up a
ما
pistol
شفت
round with a
ال-
three-piece like that. What a
تعمل
statement to
ستوتش.
make.
هي من بداية 3K.
To just
هي من
adapt to
بداية
the big
3K.
stage has been incredible.
تك
We need
بيجيبوني
people
عادة
like
بيجيبوني
that.
عادة.
And now flashback tested on the other
أها
side. Goes
أها
to the
أها
better.
أها
And that's
4v2
opened the way,
أها
the way, the path
أها
towards B.
روح يمن يمن والله I believe.
But Hillman is going to be hot on their heels. Hinder.
يلعب وصول العب وصول
To slow down to a cruel 30
العب
seconds
وصول
left.
يا أخي يمن.
Play with the work and advantage potentially, but Fnatic are being surrounded on every single front.
They look like they want to go prodding back into Hyunmin. That's the last player you want to tangle with.
They will fight يا يمن.
Could be looking to square
Ace
up
ولا
to him again
بلاش.
once more. This is an opportunity for an ace.
ما غيجيب اس.
Denied towards the tail end, but Bosa has no chance in
ناس
hell
وركة يا
of
ورم.
carving a path to success
دخول
here.
قوي.
The seconds are dwindling
دخول.
with it. Cements victory for
تحية يا هلا.
of this lower bracket
لا لا إن شاء الله إن شاء الله
final.
الفرحة فرحتين.
Leading nice and
وحتى
early.
لين النهاية
And that's
وندق
gonna feel
خشوم.
incredible to
يا
come
الله
out
يا
here. Playing
إعادة
for a
إعادة
chance
إعادة
to be
إعادة.
in the grand
ارفع
finals.
الصوت يا عيال امسك
With
الصوت.
almost
طيب
3 HP away
أصبر.
from one. And
طن
it's not going to be on the stats, but it essentially is.
طن
The
دلعني.
level of individual impact late on in this tournament has been absolutely
يا عيال الصوت
absurd.
أمس كان قوي. طيب أوكي يلا.
Going.
How many saved them yesterday?
Yeah, he was insane. They
كويس.
took
Let's go.
Jing on Ascent, dropped 20 kills against DRX. He responded with 20 in the second half. You know, so even if he did land to a slow start here, I was
أنا
going to
ارتبشت.
be able to pick it back up. But he's
هاشم أنا متوتر أيوة.
blazing through the gate.
It's been a question of the mental resilience of DRX as well. It's a team formed up of very young players and experience at a big stage, but Hyunmin was the one to save them. One of the youngest players on this team.
I think
التصويت
it's not
متقفل
really
يا
to do
صاحبي.
with age and experience sometimes. It's to do with your attitude. It's
Sure.
to do with whether or not you take grasp of opportunities when they're
يحفظك
presented and have
بالفريق
that
الله
killer
يسلمك
instinct.
يا غني.
I think they've got a lot of players on this team that have it.
ايوه فلاش باك
flashback.
ايوه فلاش باك ايوه فلاش باك
Yeah, a couple of
عوض
eco
حق
kills
امس ايوه
racked
ايوه
up.
اجعلني ما ذوق حزنك ايوه ايوه اوه يمن خذ خذ اللي انت عاوزه
Already for round 3.
خذ اللي انت عاوزه ايوه يا دولست ايوه ايوه
And when you look at the
ايوه
map, Vito overall, Brent, just to touch on
ايوه
it
فلاش
early
باك
on
فينها
in this
امس
series.
فينها
The
امس
last two maps, DRX
لبى قلبك انت عزيز وغالي وادري ان لعبك حلو بس انك تزق فيها ليه؟
Alright, fair enough, it might not look like the most amazing thing in the world for DRX early, but Fnatic kind of need to win 3-0 here,
Yeah.
or at least land a major upset
بسامحك
towards the
ترى
end.
لو بتقدم لي اداء حلو
Or
بتجيب
a set.
سنسة بسامحك على
So
حقة
a
امس
start like this,
كلها
exactly the opposite of what Fnatic were
صفحة
looking for.
بيضاء.
Pay attention to Hyunmin with his ult here. If they go over towards B,
هي من
got a
معلت
trap set up, but he needs someone taking contact for this.
Just holding it out in the open.
دنت
Hoping for sound cues.
هي من قاتلت
An indicator. He's not going to be given one for now, so...
امداه قول ما شاء الله
Thrown together
باندي
here by DRX for their bonus conversion, at least an idea for it.
You also have the cam watching contact over towards A main here, so they'll have some idea. Now that's actually been smoked off with that one way.
اوكي ذي ووكينج هنا وهذا الباي حقهم اذا فزنا البونس بيكون هيوج اذا فزنا
Hyunmin will
البونس
have heard the
فلاش
Vice
باك
going
ويل جو
into that direction. Alpha, yeah, putting down the wall.
اوكي فلاش
Flashback
باك
off the back of that.
فلاش باك نو اتس بي اتس بي اتس اي اتس اي اتس اي
But a
Be playing for
perfect
the
player to do it
backstab.
with the ghost.
It's all about how you clear that corner.
Yes,
Alpha
you're
is
walking
dropped
good.
in the midst of all of it.
حلو حلو
Left one
بليسب
over,
بليسب
went
بليسب
wrong
هي
there.
من
Karak
وضلت
wants
بليسب
entry
بليسب
though.
خلاص فريق
Big
ضد
tip of the spear for his
It's okay.
team to set the path forwards. Bane still holding tight to the corner. Close quarters, exactly where the Stinger will thrive. It is traded out
اهداء
and equalized. Still,
مونوبول
plans
اي
down now
ماكو
for Fnatic.
عايش ومعكم الت
3-3. Looking to again gain a little
Wait
bit
for-
more
wait
ground
for
and
the-
not content to sit
wait
back
for the
and
king.
relax.
Yeah, they're going forward because they know the flashback was on the flank, and Mako catches
out.
contact but catches a bullet as well. Hyunmin is still behind them with this ult. But can you actually land a big ultimate when you don't know where Fnatic are?
He's just biding his time, doesn't want to reveal his hand, his positioning, trying to keep Fnatic unknown and guessing here. Tap and flashback, he is forcing
Yes,
the
it
issue
is.
in a fight out wide into the open. Crashes, instant response and sharp
تي يا
shooting
بطل ما عليك
from afar. Make sure
لملت.
to seal it up and ensure that there is no danger.
نملت
Good to see him firing early
كنا
as well.
ندري بس هو
Kayak
كان شاك إنه في
towards
واحد
the
ثاني
latter end of
يلقوا.
this tournament. He and Hyunmin have come online at basically the same time. You know,
That's good bonus.
took other players
Good
early on.
bonus. هيوج بونس
Beginning of the tournament, we were looking
طيحنا
at
ثلاثة
flashback, we
ساعات.
were looking at actually Chronicle even before Alpha.
نكست بيكون
started
عندهم
having
هاف باي
insane games.
اتوقع فلاش باك بيطلع اوتلو
But now Hyunmin and
أتوقع.
Kayak looking like the players to watch.
يبغوا خاف
Showing
يقلته هو
too early
قدامه
why
بس
that's
نشوف
the case. So the Waylay ult, not
Papa
used,
out.
not wasted, but also didn't guarantee them that bonus round win. Now you're looking
بس
to
حرام لو قلت
apply
كان
maximum pressure to Fnatic here.
And a slow siege attempt. That's what Fnatic know and love. It's
يلا يا
defined
رب
their
يا كريم،
style over
يلا يا
all
رب
these
يا
years.
كريم. حلو 2-1.
DRX were really struggling with that last time we saw them play, especially on, well, actually across the maps, but I was particularly thinking about Haven. They were wasting a lot of their util early on. Here Mako just takes a bit of contact, backs it up. I look to try to refight. They've still got Paranoia and Saturate to be able to use here, so it's dangerous territory still for Fnatic. Nothing stable.
Quite a bit of util. That's conversion pass. What's that being used for? A bit of a reclearance, but I mean, Fnatic is still so slow. Not even within the same zip code of where those ultimates are being used. Mako is going to trail back now. A bit of a rolling retreat.
It's good awareness from Fnatic, really, but it has allowed them to get 4 defenders in position. Fnatic saving util, but as the pop comes through, DRX will have a good resistance here.
Yeah, gearing up for it now. There's a lot of util going to be sent forwards. Hyunmin, here he is, trying to really light them up. This guy, what a beast! You're kidding me?
معلش.
Smoke in your face does not matter. Mako still alive, sitting pretty to the corner, but not for long. Crashies. Turning a fire brings it to that 2v2. Still out wide, does force the fight, gets info. Also a flashback. He is still calm, cool, and collected with the aim. Composure's there, and it's just to spot out this last straggler. Boaster spotted, and there's no chance for him, not quite.
شقيت
Puts a
اصبعي.
bullet to the back of his brain. That's 3-1 now for DRX, leading nice and early.
And you see there how DRX look to try to take the fight. I think across this series, you're going to see DRX be the ones on
يلا فدا
defense
فدا فدا.
trying to up the tempo, trying to take the engagements to Fnatic. And
والله
Fnatic's job is to
صب
bait
دم يا
that out,
ولد.
which they did this round.
يلا ما
Should
في
still
مشكلة ما
be
في
able to
مشكلة.
hit a site that isn't stacked.
ما في
That's
مشكلة.
second
فدا فدا
point,
فدا فدا
the
فدا
real
فدا.
problem there, especially when you're playing against a Yoru. Gate crash, flashback, straight there on A. And that's a massive round for knocking down the economy of Fnatic. They don't really have much to work with, but they can take more risks on a round like this.
Very much all in here, but with a hinder.
يمن.
Dart, you revealed
يا
that.
يمن. فدا.
Could be falling as a result of it here. Mid being pressured and stressed. It is a weaker buy for Fnatic, so they can afford to take these risks.
Boast of the kind of player that loves to mess around with this top mid area. That's why DRX are also putting 3 players in this spot. You want to be wary of it. The MEA teams love focusing on this.
يا أخي فلاش باك. تعوض يمن go.
But easily dealt with in
Go
this.
destroy him.
Dynamic duo. Really making sure that they can make the most of that one. Now you've handed
Fida
over a
راسك.
gun to Alpha. Player you do not want to get online.
كسبي.
He was dominant in the matchup that they played versus
Nice,
each other,
Mako.
but Mako will ensure that there is no danger, no funny business. Nothing that could get out of hand soon enough here. So
Well, Alpha's not even really.
لا
online.
مشكلة بالحماس.
That was the
دخلت
first
رجلي
kill
تحت
in the game
الطاولة
so far.
الخشب
Right.
وما أخش.
Before that, 0 and 4.
رجلي.
He's also not someone that we see play a lot of ice. This is only his 3rd time
لكن
ever.
فدا
picking
فدا
up
الحماس
fights.
أحيانا يجيب العيد.
Last 2 within the last couple
الله
of
يقطع
months. So,
إبليسك
you
يا
know,
يمن.
it's something that he's dabbled with a little recently. But you need to
أخي
see
عيل
him being
يوقف
able to
قدام يا
take
ولد.
those fights over towards B main, rely on his
تايم اوت بغص.
incredible
اي والله
rifling
بغص
skills.
وبحط لها مسحة وجهي.
I think he was the
Beep, beep,
highest.
quick
I think he was
sweep
the
is
second
coming.
highest rated player in the tournament behind Aspas, who obviously had a ridiculous tournament. But after he took that unfortunate breakout with the health complications, when he came back in, don't know whether it was a little bit of lingering health issues or just a bit of rust getting back onto the stage, whatever. He didn't actually perform that great in their previous match.
Yeah.
And you're really relying on, I think, at least on 2 out of 5 of the players on Fnatic to turn up in a match like this.
Oh, for sure, because, I mean, DRX are going to test you. They're going to take fights often. Hyunmin and Flashback are prime examples of that. They've been setting the pace, meta-defining almost from the way that DRX are playing this Waylay Euro composition, and I love that they made this adjustment as well to the Sunset. I haven't liked it when Flashback has been playing the Neon. More of a fan of when they do sync it up with the Yoru, where Flashback is more comfortable. And listen, they are so eager to take those fights and they win them often.
Yeah, I think it also just gives you such great opportunities on your defense side to have those fast rotates coming through.
For sure.
Something that was really hurting them on Haven too, where they run the Neon. But it's so sick to see our top 3, a different team from each region, all bringing a different flair to the final 3 of this event. A 4-player stack for DRX to open, but remember, Flashback going to be able to reposition if there was some kind of quick B split on the cards for Fnatic. Not that they run those fast rounds often, but Boaster has been throwing them in a bit more than he was at Toronto, for example.
Very
Looking to
aggro.
test. Yeah, getting really aggro. These are opportunities, actually, for Alpha to try to take one of those engagements, but he's not in the right position to punish this time.
Very aggressive when you still have the cam up, but might not be expected. The entire setup really does hinge on him. He's not going to be pressured unless Chronicle walks about past that box, but it being contested. Flashback just umming and ahhing. And Chronicle setting this one up for the B split. In through market, Prowler. Deal with a trip, and no one left to punish that spot. Camp going to be broken, and again, this is unexpected. Why would you ever think that he could be lit up onto this corner, and it's a war of attrition. Flashback trying to deal that damage still. Ring's going to be cleaned up here. A lot of damage done in the process, no kill claimed, but you can see some ults now being offloaded to Nightfall to lead the charge. Thorns towards the back. Youngman's looking to really speed this one up. He's slowed Fnatic down.
يومي انت ما انت بشكل تحت.
Tight, seeing if they can avoid the ire of the opposition. Again, double blinds it up. Hinder comes out as a result of it, and Bane locking down one of the extra avenues and showing he buys time.
Your moment.
To get in.
They are so claustrophobic right now.
They really are. Fnatic are trying to find a way to bite and punch their way through this one, but it is stalled out entirely. Plant has to go down. Alpha's got a heavy task ahead of him. Has to really deal with all of this one. The double dashing crashes, puts a bullet towards it.
والله سووها.
Delivering from the side.
والله سووها.
The savior when they needed it most.
That's the reason you gotta respect him. And DRX taking a couple of extra liberties in that round, pushing deep into B main, into Alpha's territory, and freeing. Destroyed. That kill though, so crucial from Crashies, to give him credit too, because Hyunmin simply forcing a 1v1 in that spot as soon as
ما عنده شيء DRX حتى تيم
win the duel quickly.
يلا
It's a necessary round for Fnatic to stay in this one. Utterly absurd that Hyunmin had a second
تلتل شوي في الالتيميت الجات اللي عندك.
He's racking them up a rapid rate.
والله لو فرينك فاز الفايت ضد
He's done it again at the very beginning of this round. He's just gone and got that.
Speaking of contested, up the gut through mid. Overdrive now popped off as well. This could be galvanizing, and how the hell do you deal with this one if you flashback? Got to respect that util. It's up to free now. He's got to hold them back out towards market. Ajar with the movement. Crashes. It's just trying to make it all.
سايت مين تاخذ؟
But it's not good enough. Not against the likes of him.
روق بس.
Real heat up in form over the course of this tournament. He stamps down his authority over towards the B side. Time for his team to get into the fray, into the fight.
مع ستينجر.
Could be winnable here still actually.
واحد منهم ستينجر.
We'll see whether Alpha wants to commit it.
Waiting into the back pocket. Corners need to be cleared.
Stinger
from Kayak. Just a jar again with that movement in time, but it's not enough to overcome. Massive player advantage, and DRX are going to be flexing with it.
Fnatic there choosing to try to take the duels instead, but that's a round where a couple of their
في واحد في
players
الشات
are not going
سكت.
to be in a good position for the next.
اسمع لي 5-1 كيو 1.
I know it's a weird spot because you're in a 3v5, but when Kaya gets the kill over towards Boba, I think that
الماب اتاك
of trying to rip an ultimate.
البارح سالوا يمن قال لهم سباس دولست المفضل. لا يفهم.
Big important rounds, and look at this bar.
يفهم.
I said that a couple of players would have to eco, but what are we looking at
مو
here?
لعب فنتك. لا غلطان ايش هذا لعب فنتك.
And then two of them.
المفروض ما تقول مو لعب فنتك، المفروض تقول مو لعب DRX، لأن فعلا هذا مو لعب DRX. هذا الديفرنت DRX.
All right, so all light armor, a stinger and a spectre.
انصف.
It's gross.
Not the best of buys, definitely scraping at the bottom of the barrel for that one.
أخ ما علي أنا عندي روح رياضية. ما عليك بيفوزون فنتك الحين وتكتب القم تنبسط.
Focus here for Fnatic. Backing away, Hunter's Fury. They see that one as well. That pressure coming in through into market now. The trip really going to be highlighting a lot of these players, and that's just to relieve most of it. Still with flashback going down and Alpha soon to collect.
وأنا هنا الستينجر اللي معه طيب يا عيال.
Able to collect onto freeing, who's gone pushing out.
شفت إن هذا لعبهم ما تغير، بس DRX اللي متغير.
It's a gift for Fnatic, an absolute gift. They thought they were going to have to use massive amounts of ultimates in this round, and actually, they might get away with it. In a really good position now, 5v3 with full market control.
صاير أسرع يا شباب.
Have a bit of a buffer in the bank, but whether or not they want to go for it, dependent on if they can find some kills.
لا هو كذا الريتيك حقهم مو بسالفة الناس.
It's going to be good. Connection onto the two.
نشوف ماكو لأن ماكو عايش وبين عايش وهي من عايش يا عيال. لا نفقد الأمل.
Into the side to try and hold this one back into the retake. Hyunmin swinging wide. Time is ticking though, and with Hyunmin falling, surely that's
خلاص
it.
اطلع سيف.
First domino that was needed. Mako will just try and exit and roll and retreat out, doing damage where he can alongside Bane here. As we were saying, a much needed round for Fnatic and a gift towards them. Ultimates saved, winning despite the poorer weaponry.
Yeah, not even
مشكلة الفريق ما قصر والله، بس ايش المشكلة؟
Rolling Thunder online. So now they have a breach ult to work with in the next two. It'll make
ما قصرون دي راح، بس فريق إلى الآن كم مرة قدم في البينين؟ 3 مرات. مرتين ما فلحت معه، مرة ما جو. لازم يوقف.
And taking the fight to Alpha, to potentially Chronicle, whoever's in that area. You got to have a buddy with you. You can't just be wandering in alone. You're putting so much risk there into the round. By the way, Hyunmin, 3 away from having his 3rd ult online, despite not having a kill. He's literally just picking up this A main ult orb at the start of every single defense round.
Again, no pushback. This whole game plan from Fnatic, putting the focus onto mid.
Yeah. At the same time, though, DRX not really adapting and putting more pressure over towards market. They have a trip there for flashback to playoff, but he wasn't up to it previously.
Oh, Lion Prowler again, that trip. I want to really play off the back of this one. Way out into the open, that's a steel guard, and you're going to be forced to respect that one. TPM backing away, Decider! Pulled out freeing, hello! Shorty into the hands of Bane, that's long distance. Range of freeing has been set up beautifully, still jammed out.
Hello!
A supplementary fire, Hyunmin, the savior.
حبيبي تجي مين سايت مين يا ولد صاحي انت؟
And I take it all back.
رينج شغال يا ابوي.
It's these two
اقعد
players,
اقعد كاياك اقعد
Freeing and Bane,
اقعد.
who actually use flashback as bait.
والله نايس كفر. حلو شوف من يمن. والله.
With his saturate.
شو يقول له؟ يقول له يمن كم سمي ده؟
Stacking inside market. They baited and lured Fnatic in. Really nice adjustment, actually.
ايه حمني.
Without a timeout.
ازق وقت.
Let's go one step further. Double trips committed to market.
Hyunmin, what are you going to do at the start of this round? There's no point taking the ult orb. You've already got your
والله ما
third
ادري.
ult online.
يا ار في ما ادري ايش جام DRX.
And now, yeah, double trip in market.
Yeah.
So
أصلاً
really.
اقول لك النقله جت من بعد فوزنا على جي 2 كذا جات رست.
Got to imagine that Hyunmin is going to be looking to react.
بس الاداء يعني واحد يعني ادائنا زي ما هو ادائنا انفجر ضد DRX امس.
Shoddy, Fnatic are going for a half.
It's all over the place.
2 Guardians, 2 pistols.
اللهم لك الحمد.
Trying to force the issue as well, trying to take a fight forwards, but that is a good connection. Convergent pass is ready. These players are lit up.
بتفايتونا. فين التريد؟ فينكم خشاميكم في تندعة فين؟ في الاخوة يخسرون في الباي يفوزون. نايس نايس فرينك يومك اليوم فرينك يوم ايوه حلو طلع بك كراشيز خشمك هناك. فرينك بيكه يقول له ماكو كم سمي ده دونت بيك.
Time for Mako. Then claim to be main, and now crashes. Surely it's inevitable. Wrapping pillar, guessing game.
But now it's not planted for him.
It's a major difficulty. Not even really the right weapon for the job, but he just spots it. Freeing back towards it. He's spotting Trevor out. And now getting a bit of a move on. Smoke layer down. Horn is broken. Freeing defense in his mind. The captain to cover through the smoke. Watching onto the angle. Mako falls. Freeing gets off just in time to deliver that death blow and earn DRX that 7th round.
انا ليش انا متفاجئ؟ ليش انا متفاجئ ان DRX بيجيب لي هبوط؟ ليه؟ لازم يزقون، لازم يجيك كذا راوند يقول لك شوف ايكو بنخسر، احنا بنفوز بالصعب بالسهل بنخسر. بالترويل بيجيب لك هبوط.
They just got stuck in mid, fending off attacks from left, right, and center. Second to last round of the half.
فزت يا جدي، ادري اني فزت بس اقول لك هبط فيني حسبت اني بخسر. ادري.
For the winningest player of all time in Valorant, playing for his spot in a second Champs Grand Final.
Love that opportunity.
اصلا كراشيز ضيعها يوم في المد ومعطيه ظهره. ما ذبحها. ما ذبح فلاش باك. تردد فيها فهمت؟
Pressured. Paranoia will have to be offloaded here. Spacing on it just right. Slowed it down. A bit of a fake TP into the corner. He is hard committed.
Off your feet. Here comes the breach ultimate.
والله ماكو ساق امها.
Still holding down a conversion path like you said, and that sets it up.
والله ماكو ساق. ماكو بالله جيب لي استكفى. ولا خلاص راحت عليك ما مشكلة. نايس يا والله يمن يا عيال دول السبوت كل شيء في الحياة. شكرا يا يمن. والفيك تي في من ماكو. حبيبي ايش يعني انك بناتك ما تنساق عليك؟ شباب الفجر اي مسم، الله يرحم امكم، خلوا التركي شيء ذا يروح. ودوا له يمن، يمن. بيكه ممتاز يا رجال يجيك الخد.
And that's the game plan in a nutshell there for DRX, isn't it? You know that the attacking team is using double initiator comps with massive.
بس نعيد ونكرر.
So you just farm up your own huge defensive.
التيم اللعين هذا استغفر الله ما وصل. التيم الزبال هذا هذه سبه بس خفيفه. معروف في البيب بيب.
And now Fnatic push down onto an eco round again. This has been a disaster of an attack half for them. Last time these two teams played, both
اي والله هاشم تلومني وعندي فوبيا من الكمباك.
And now I feel like the prep
يا اخي ما في تيم ما لقمنا منه كمباك.
entirely on his head.
DRX have really come into this one.
NRG مو من NRG
Ready, round 12, last chance and a half.
ما يبي ار
The
فيناتك.
only major weakness has been over here towards B main.
في تيم
But
ثاني
it's been in
نسيت
the
اسمه.
mid round,
خلاص
not the early
تعقدت.
round, when they've baited freeing into going for walks.
Massive group up. Bolts earned up as well off the back of that orb. Plenty of them to work with if you're Fnatic.
Bane has the outlaw, 4 players with light armor on the other side. And they are going back over towards mid.
Beep beep quick sweep is coming.
لا تقول كباك تفعل خير. لا انا متفائل خير.
In your face though.
متفائل خير. مو بسالفه كباك انا اقول اني
Broken as a drone used in response.
قاعد اعطي امل للي يتابعون فناتك عندي في الشات. شوف كيف انا ارحمهم.
When you're looking for Mako. There's an ult use.
انك لا تستسلم يا صديقي. انك بتنهزم ان شاء الله بس يعني
Nothing else alongside it. It's fake
شجع
pressure
ما
from
عليه
Fnatic.
شجع.
They're looking to end this one on B.
Yeah, it has actually pulled Hyunmin over towards the A side though. So, still with DRX, having 3 players ready to defend the B split, but Steel Garden's going to force them out.
Steel Garden fault line, slowing it down, freeing.
All in.
Out just in time.
راح all
That is
in.
a lot
All
of
in.
being
For
used now. Overdrive, and that's freeing, just putting the bullet straight to the body. The brain of Kayak, double holding up. Hyunmin is fast onto the scene of the crime. Now you tell me what is that?
كيف؟
From the bloody break.
الو
It's Alpha again. Inserts himself and shouts out his authority onto the round. What a stamp to end round 12.
Alpha has been huge for them in a couple of big moments.
استلج.
13 kills he ends with, 1 behind Hyunmin, who also had a monstrous beginning. But in terms of rounds on the board, Fnatic are scraping the bottom of the barrel just to get 4. Yes, they lost the pistol, but I think you expect more from Fnatic on their attack side.
يلا الهاف الاول خلص 8-4 الله يستر من الهاف الثاني.
Is going to be like over the course of a full BO5.
For sure.
Yeah, it's not a sprint, it is a marathon. Not only do you have to start strong, but you have to finish strong too.
حلو
They come Fnatic going on
الانفو.
a walk down mid to open up their defensive pistol.
It's a bit of a
Spotted
sad
though.
idea. Spotted out. Chronicle has been lying in wait, holding that fault line in case there is that towers pressure.
البست المهم يا DRX.
Anybody to try to punish
نبغى
in
لعب
that
بطل.
direction. Playing a very supportive breach in this map. Hasn't really got a chance to get involved in too many of the gunfights himself on even terms. Here's freeing, re-exploring again. Spots that our mid setup has been dismantled and calls for his team to come back in that direction.
Crashies walking around here. Will freeing contest it? Will even spot it just the shoulder. Not sure if he saw the signs of life, but
I
شاف
think
هلا.
Freeing's doing a great job here of giving information to Mako, to the caller, of where the gaps should be. Having spotted the neon and the breach in mid, you
شافه
know
هو
that
راجع
they're about to
قاله.
go and follow all of that noise over towards B. They might have just missed the timing though. Chronicle and Bosa are onto this.
big rotations. Fnatic making sure to get reinforcements in place. Over towards A, that's a miss on the dark. Crash is revealed up, so position going to be noted. Horn is going to be broken on top of it, one way.
They still have the fault line to defend with, and Boaster's paranoia, but Boaster's starting to think it might not be an A finish.
كونك الله
Down the
يستر.
reaction times here. It's not holding Util, wants to square up and take that fight. Double ups, shoulder to shoulder, him and Crashies doing enough damage. Make sure to slow the approach. DRX really being stalled up, chewed up, and with that C's connecting, trying to spot the tendrils. Where the hell are those bullets going? Time is of the essence. No anticipation for Mako, but it's all being covered. Chronicle, what a time to come alive. Bane trying to batter his way past this one, but with time going down to the shreds at finer moments. It is Fnatic claiming that pistol.
اوف الجمهور كله فنتك.
There's the goat, there's the guy who's won all the trophies.
الاصوات دي ما سمعتها يوم
Apart from
DRX
the
جابوا الراوند.
champs one. That one's eluded him, but
جمهور
he's on
اوروبي.
for it potentially at this tournament. Chronicle
صح.
comes alive here, asked a lot of, doubles up with Crashies.
صح
The
البطولة
two
فرنسا.
players with the experience of playing in Champs Grand Finals before. And they get it done on the pistol. Fnatic, the kings of comebacks. Didn't work for them yesterday. They went out a bit too easy. But usually you're seeing them recover all sorts of stuff. They went down 10-1 against DRX and still won on Haven.
شاله يم.
Just in the playoffs of this tournament alone.
Their careers have been defined by it. I mean, remember lock-in. The team knows how to dig deep, they know how to pull it back, and they know that every single game is winnable.
That's a lovely little combo there. Sees over the top. You get confirmation, you get information on the player aftershock. They're forced to peek into the bullets or die. Fnatic starting to heat up here. And like I said earlier, I really think you look at Sunset and Corrode. We haven't even seen Fnatic on those two maps, but DRX is so good at the maps towards the end. Fnatic need these wins early on. At the very least,
يلا الحين يبدأ العلم.
on either Sunset or Corrode.
يا رب في بلاي، يا رب في بلاي عندهم في سانست.
Might change it up for Corrode, who knows?
For sure.
But more than that, you need the players to be on as well, especially with the way that DRX likes to take those dry fights.
أنا أحس DRX يحتاج في الأتاك ضد فيناتيك فاست. فاست مرة.
Turn your sensitivity up to try to deal with Yeoman and flashback.
Try and swap them down.
بس وش الحل مع الفجر قاعد يبيك بمين؟
Kayak's pulled out the operator, looking over towards elbow, but no dice just yet. DRX instead slowly taking mid control. Both teams with a pretty similar idea on their attack.
Yeah.
Push the
Focus
defenders
over
out of
towards
mid.
I think it makes a lot of sense as well when Fnatic are running the Vice, because it's not as good as controlling the mid avenues.
طب كيك
Have
بعد.
the concrete info of having a trip up.
Yeah, you don't get that cam that can peek through market into mid as well.
يا ويت في سوفا. لا لا.
Potentially unexpected, but now it reveals the hand. The operator purchase.
يو جنك عشت لو أكلنا قندق هذا الراوند.
Shortly after, making sure to clear most of the way, and he gets the tag on the Crashies. Prowler to repost and set up Kayak forwards again. This is mid-round information that is critical. Stack of bodies of Fnatic now, leaning over towards B. And top mid. Looks like that's a call to be made here, the 50-second mark for DRX.
Chronicle's expecting them to go market here.
Contestant, smoke in your face as well.
He can swing around and fault line all of this for Crashies to play through.
Forward a peek, it's a horn forwards again, but now this is getting a little bit messy. It's a fault line again. Sidestepped and avoided. Sees is good and the paranoia a little bit better, but still, Yeoman. Lights out, double dash forwards again, but recalled back just to get tricky with it. Chronicle forced out into the open.
go يا بطل. شكرا يا يمن.
Now Kayak and Crashies.
معهم أوب
No
بيسيفون.
intention of holding this one down. No intention of playing this one for the retake. Got to save the big boom
زين ما فاز
stick.
البونس.
And a rifle for another day.
I like the idea from Fnatic there.
هو يوم غلط بال ايش اسم الابيلتي حقت ويلي عيال ايش اسمها؟ اللي تسوي لك سلو. ايش المولي ايش اسم المولي؟ يا اخي ما ابغى اسميه مولي لها اسم هو ايش اسمه؟
They were incentivized to fight into a crossfire for DRX. DRX had already managed to slip into that defense side spawn. And it became a brawl in very close quarters.
هندرد.
If anything there, I think
الهندرد.
to be the one backstabbing and being
ايه جرافيتي انا اسميها ولا سلو اللي هو السلو حقها باختصار.
These kind of
غلطت فيه قبل شوي ويلي او يوم من غلط فيه. طاح فيه ماكو بالغلط ولا ما جاء؟ ما ادري اذا نكبهم قبل شوي ولا لا ابغى اشوف العاده. اي هذه شوف. اي والله طاح فيه ماكو. يا ولد طق طق. رجال.
Weapons still online for Fnatic.
ما يعتبر ستان. يعتبر سلو. لأنه يجيك سلو. ما يعتبر ستان. هو الستان سلو يعطيك برضه بس فرق. لأن الستان يخليك ما يجيك زي الصدع في الشاشة هذا ما يجيب لك. تشوف كل شيء طبيعي.
Early drone pushes back Alfia towards B main. Kayak investigating.
Curious. مولي أهم شيء يعني. المولي ما تصلح مولي دمج هذا ما يدمج.
Full extremity control is the name of the game for Fnatic. I mean they've got the offline, they've got
طيب إيش ناويين عليه؟
control for now.
Kayak got himself onto a fairly deep position. And Bane's already used the drone early on, remember? He pushed Alfia off. So that means they don't have the same level of tools to deal with Kayak. Kayak can be pretty confident on this spot, but again, like I said, the kills are just not going his way. He's got himself on a good line, but that's not where DRX are looking to go.
Full contact, so brave when you know the Kayak is holding on to the operator. Now for rifle aim tested, Yeomin with the trade. Chronicle,
hello!
Hey, towards the top section of it, the kill. Please aim at least, and the space is there for DRX. Flashback. See if he can take that fight, but Kayak finally spotted and reveals his hand. He's doubled up. Has some backup. Bane looking to bait. Shoulder just peeking out.
Oh, يا أخي بيك.
Kayak.
ليش ما رجعت؟ يلعن أم الشغلة.
Nice ideas from both teams in my opinion.
اوكي درى ان الاب موجود ومقيم عليه ويدري ان الثاني معه
The first
والفجر
one,
مات خلاص عاد تفضل في 24 ساعه مع 10
managed
هناك.
to find a jump
وهذا ذبح بريش اللي في
into
المتوب.
market, right? They overwhelmed
إيه من أول
Alpha a
تك بوز
little,
حلو.
went 1 for 1 in that spot.
حلو ضبطها
And then
ضبطها مع
flashback
التك
goes to
بوز
test chronicle. Got
يا
ourselves a
كوتش.
small tech pause.
ضبطها.
So we've got a round rollback here. I didn't catch it while the round was live, but that's a devastating one because Fnatic had a really nice answer there and Kayak had sick individual impact. So he's going to have to try to replicate that just to get the gap back down to between two.
Good tidings here for Fnatic. War further back. Alpha can't really kill the clone in time, so it's unfortunate for him. Triggered early. Now primed, ready for the pounce. Bit of an exec coming through. Thorns to slow it down. Youngmin, it's not favor trying to take a fight like that. We'll recall all the way back into it. Still, it's going even. Not quite. Scales being tipped in the favor of Fnatic. All the back of Alpha here. Doing some heavy lifting now. 17-11.
هيمن وبين ايش معنى هيمن لو جاب كل هيمن ونبل.
Retreat back.
Yeah, dropping off in this position is dangerous because Boaster still has a smoke.
Yeah, smoke's
or at least
up.
he will do. He's already used one, but the next one's going to be coming back online very shortly.
بس معنى ريفيل.
Died up in a few fault lines to clear most of the way, spotting out the players. Youngmin wants a chance to shine here. Boaster. What a shot. Adjustment though from Bane. Micro flicker. That's
close.
Quite wrangle control of that rifle in time for Fnatic. An instant answer back after that unfortunate rollback at a round.
Anytime you get Alpha in spots like that where he's pissed off about
الفجر كيف
something,
ذبح؟
he just activates.
Oh yeah.
He definitely refuses to lose in these kind of situations. His attitude is one of a winner. He's popping off with Jake at the end there as well. I think that's what was really missing actually in Fnatic's game against NRG. It was a mentality issue. It felt like there was no one player who would make the big play and rally the team behind them. I know that Pansy and Mike were talking about it as well, but it usually is somebody like Alfia.
Yeah.
And he's at the top of the table right now. Tucking behind, dodging the recon dart as Kayak gets played in a little here as well. You see both Thorns and the wall set up to stop a market split. So Fnatic's setup really heavy around B main control.
B main control freeing, hold on. Might be surprised sorely here.
شوف
Ends up finding out one. A deep push of Alpha, almost anticipating there would be a second player with him, because why would Alpha be playing that brave and brazen up towards main?
I think he might have even caught a glimpse of Kayak, just for a moment.
شافه
Gearing up for the B split.
Yeah, he found the perfect line there, didn't he? Kayak's going to find it hard to get out of this spot, even as Neon. He's got to land the first.
First shot goes wide, it just was not there. You called it,
عبيدكم.
Josh. You said it and spoke it into motion, freeing. Sent him packing. Head slams back to the 6
عيني
set
يا
for Boaster
يمي.
here. An instant answer. What an entry from DRX.
They dealt with that challenge so cleanly. We're talking about freeing going walkabouts in B main on the defense side, but they're on attack. He just finds the perfect little angle. Fnatic are trying to set up a crossfire where Kayak's watching the left side so that Alpha can focus on main.
بيسيبون صح.
And again, maybe it's just a bit of inexperience on the map. Maybe it's not quite knowing the angles and how an attacker would peek into that situation. Maybe Alpha should be a couple steps further forward so his back's covered. But the reality of the situation is that Freeing was able to dismantle that easily without being traded. And now the task is just to hold on to guns because Boaster and Alpha have very little money to work with.
Yeah, they need these two rifles if they want to get a buy going for the next. A few players have built up the bank, but still that pressure coming through. We'll see if Freeing decides to take that fight and the swing. Smoke up. They're happy to let them keep him.
Yeah. Funky little smoke there towards the end. Yeah, I mean,
والله شقه.
Alpha just not quite having his back watch there, maybe starting to adjust the setup. And Kayak misses his shot, which could have bailed him out.
حلو.
They still have enough funds to be able to go
الأداء
for the op.
فانتستيك.
Boaster has a stinger, willing to take the knock for his team.
الأداء ممتاز.
His job
صح إنه ما بفنتك.
is to make the others on his
فنتك
squad
فريق
shine.
يعني ما تضمنه.
Look at this
في أي
defensive
لحظة
setup.
ممكن يرجع.
It's almost identical here
بس
in terms of where the wall is positioned.
الأداء
for Alpha.
ممتاز.
Yeah, Thorns as
الأداء
well.
جميل.
But Kayak early on taking the op to look over towards tiles. DRX have, I think, done a really good job at the start of these rounds of not really showing face anywhere.
No.
It's hard to anticipate where they're going to end.
بس الحين أنتم عرفتوا إنه فيد أخذ الأورب إنه في الأي.
Like you said, always sowing that misinformation, question marks across the map. Despite the operator in the hands of Fnatic, it's Pretty good tool for gaining mid-round information. Makes the calling a little bit easier when Kayak can get posted, but
they haven't been walking into it.
no.
The one round where we saw him really get active was the round that didn't count.
Stunted, Crashies is putting on a brave face over towards A. Let's have Chronicle by his side. He could peel with a
الحين بيجيني
bit of
كلب.
info if he's feeling the pressure, but DRX are taking it now towards this operator again. Kayak has been posted all game long. Had a few chances. Smoke in his face though, denies him. The sight line.
They're going to contact through that.
They're walking all the way through. It's a flash forwards again, but that has just gone wide again with a shot. Flash didn't even connect it to the first place.
طلع. اوه جدي شلون؟
Filling in the gaps, making sure to reinforce all the available areas where there could be that weak spot. Double dash forwards again, freeing, doing some damage. Carving out a path to success into B. Flashback. As a TP as well, just to get into the cross. Has a spike in his hands. And now a fight forwards again. Convergent paths. This sort of connection just into the back. Chronicle was a sit-in duck. No help, no bailout, but most will at least answer back.
3v2.
Flashback and free now in a 2v3. Nightfall now used, get some audio information. It's going to be 2 tags. Plenty more where that came from now. You can see it. Fnatic gearing up.
Oh, the
One
TP.
step after another, the TP forwards. No sound cues. Freeing. It's all come down to reaction. He's not going to be knowing exactly where Boaster's playing. And he slipped the net into a 1v1 now, but time ticking away.
He will go
half. The defuse. Half earned. Boaster taps, trying to pull Freeing out wide and into the
أصلي بطل.
Not from
Gimmick
behind, like a dagger in the back. It's Freeing to earn DRX at 11th.
Team that's used to comebacks like Fnatic. But at the same time, the final 2 maps are just so stacked for DRX.
Definitely feels
DRX
like
is GG. Hater. I hope DRX loses. Fnatic better. Team DRX sucks. يعطيك العافية على الدونيشن. وإن شاء الله إنه ينشقون فناتك. وأنت مسوي الدونيشن. وبيض الله وجهك على الدونيشن. الله يعطيك العافية. بس إن شاء الله كم تنشقون. يلا يا رب ياكل.
Walkabout, Guardian in hand. Kicking and screaming, he might have just done it, but surely, what is that? Where did the... I'm not too sure. Where did the shots go?
عشان تسوي الدونيشن يعني يسوي زي كذا.
How on earth? Has he got a Bible in his back pocket?
Might have been moving. Bit of inaccuracy there, but what a mistake to make in a moment like this, when the weaponry really getting quite tight for Fnatic still. Payne willing to take point now. Answer back for his team. Still, guns not able to be reclaimed from spots like that, but rapidly approaching. This is Fnatic now trying to apply the pressure and the squeeze. Paranoia forwards. Kayak's damage done, but inside the spawn. Flashback's no more.
شباب يرحمكم كيف 3v1 وانتم ملكوا.
Ults against him. Steel Garner will push him out to the outer reaches of the site. Kayak as well going to be that human drone. Gets the info, exactly what they needed, and now Discipline played for, trying to set this one up.
Thank you حبيبي الله يعطيك العافية على الدونيشن. وإن شاء الله فريقك يخسر يا رب. وبالله ايه طلبة بالله عشان بس الملخص ينزل يوتيوب. بنخلي الارتات في البارت في ها. لا انت على الدعم الطيب وإن شاء الله فريقك يخسر يا رب.
He's going to be gaining a ton of info. Backside control, running Thunder. This is committed nice and early. Push back. Again, allowing for that plan to go down, to get it into the post plan once more. Still with that util up. Onto your face in close quarter combat. That's where he's driving now. Hunter's Fury. There is no comfortable ground to stand. DRX, they fill up the feed and get to that 12.
One more.
They absorbed that rolling Thunder beautifully. All backed up, stabilized, and then counterpunched. Smacked Fnatic. Start and DRX are up to map point.
That's right, one more round.
Thank you حبيب الله يسعدك على الدعم والله العظيم اني ما ادري ازعل ولا افرح. والله اني فرحان بس I hope.
Alpha yes spotted out. There's that recall and look at it. They just follow it. The sight lines onto the minimap. The blind is good.
You see your team.
Wait. But still, it's the kill that counts.
Oh, and now a little bit of patience.
ما ادري هو شكله ما يتكلم عربي دقيقة. Watch.
On the verge of winning map 1 of the
5v3 huh? Watch your team losing your map in the first game. In the first map of this game. Watch.
There are no mistakes to be made here. No opportunities for Fnatic to get back in. They've had to spread the defenders back out. And Chronicle alone with a stinger in the right place at the wrong time.
شباب اصبعي شد فوق تحت.
Use just to clear that front section of sight. Sees the all clear. Smoke lay it down. There's possibilities and potential to play in this one, but no one's really home. Towards the back, still umming and ahhing. DRX so will be able to lay claim to most of this site now. And Kayak is there, operator in hand, still finds it. Flashback now, left to answer back. do it? Can he get it done? The reactions are fast as anything, and surely this is it. TB backing away, Kayak. all on his
3v1
shoulders.
3v1 you don't have to peek. ها الو نبغى نفوز الماب كيف؟ لا تبيكه يسوي تاب صفقوا خلاص خليه يروح يسوي في نكست ماب. تسوي ليش الحين اصبر يا اخي. اوكي فزنا اول شيء الماب الاول. جي دقيقة خليني ارجع الدونيشن حقه الحين بسوي له اعادة. اقدر اسوي له اعادة الحين. خلينا نسوي له اعادة ونشوف ايش قال.
FNATIC please win or I will put my nose there.
الو الكلام اللي بقوله بعد الجيم. اوكي وشكرا لك مرة ثانية المرة المليون. الحين بطلب منك طلب اتمنى تكفى علشان المقطع ينزل ملخص. فحاول انك وش اسمه اتمنى انه ما يجي لغة الدونيشن في لاني بسوي له سكيب. تمام لو سمحت كثر الله خيرك ما قصرت بيض الله وجهك. انا ما اقول بالعكس والله انك اسعدتني واسعدت الشباب اللي موجودين في البث ابيض وجه. بس انا اقصد لانها هي بتنزل ملخصات في اليوتيوب. فحاول يعني اذا خلاص كافي وافي اللي سويته وصلت الصورة ترى وكلامك كله وصل والمقصد وصل. يلا بسم الله. لا انت والعبرة في الخواتيم. ها انا واثق في تيمي على ادائهم من امس من DRX واثق ثقة تامة بعد المستوى امس مع DRX ان احنا بنقدم حاجة حلوة ضد فنتك وان شاء الله نفوز. ويلا التصويت لا تنسون بيقفل مع بداية الراوند الثاني. ماب مين؟ هذا ماب DRX. حلوة فلاش باك.
ISO needs some bailout from the rest of his team. Flashback looking to see if he can square up and take that fight nice and early, but the IGL makes him pay and makes him hurt for it. Chronicle following up again. B-side's going to be theirs for the taking here. 2v3 for DRX to play and make it a 1v3.
All on the back of Bane coming up through the flank. Alpha the first.
Yeah, it's an off angle as well. Not expected, not anticipated.
And the pop off instantly.
فلاش باك خشمك تعرف وين؟ اي والله. اي والله.
Those three players that went up mid. I would like to see Fnatic do that a little slower because they've got to know that somebody's going to be trying to put pressure.
خالد بتعشى سوشي ولا ايام الشاورما. الله اكبر.
He fights his way out. And he's the player with Spike as well. So if he goes down in that spot, it is curtains for Fnatic's chances on the pistol.
Why do I only get killed on pistols?
Well, you got the kill when it mattered, man. That was one of the biggest rounds that Fnatic will play on this map because it also lets you, in theory, win an easy follow-up.
شكرا على التصويت الفخم. قفل والله مليون تصويت مليونين وعليها. خليني اقفل. شكرا اللي صوتوا جميعي. يعطيكم العافية. لا ما يا ليل يا اخي.
Snapping towards it, reaction time test for Kron. Has to step up, but he's got crashes to help out, supplement the fire out.
شكرا.
Round out the round.
يعطيك العافية. دقيقة أنا قفل التصويت.
Strong opener there.
اتقفل. يعطيك العافية يا أخي. جدي ما يا أخي مشكلة إنه يا أخي ما هي حلوة يسوي لي دعم وأنا أقول له أبغاك تفهمني. أنا ماني ضد الفكرة. ما خلاص الكلام والمدح فيك. الحين بيبدأ الراوند الثالث بس عشان بينزل ملخص طالبك. أنا خلاص كنسلت الالرتات الحين. ما عاد تطلع. بعد الجيم بفتحها وبقرا الكلام بس أوكي أرسل لي قال لي don't be توتر ودونت بي متوتر. بوستر از يور انكل يا رجال. عمك وخالك انت. خذها بوستر عمك وخالك انت بكيفك. جدك كيفك. انا عندي اعمام وخوال والامور طيبه. لو مسامي هذا بدي خسي عقب.
Talked about it, you've got to be winning those 1v1s. DRX have been capturing that lightning in a bottle with the way that they've been playing.
Well, Maka was just unaware for the first, wasn't
he? Sure.
Flashback, if there was going to be a hero, a savior, it would be him.
Boaster.
Doesn't have the spike this time.
Yeah, signs of life there, and even jump spotting over, so he ensures and knows now the Flashback is drifted in. The flank pestering, and so many unknowns right now for DRX. I mean, they've got two players anchoring over towards A still. At this point, with the size of the map, you're looking at a save.
Yeah, you just have to save in this position. Fnatic have managed to work themselves
يا اخي الله
a very
يصلحهم.
nice round.
يا اخي الله يصلحهم. لا شغلتني عن الراوندات الاولى والثانيه والثالثه.
I think again that's the pressure that they've applied early in terms of going for B splits, going for mid control. They were very noisy through mid.
اوكي احنا الحين فايزين بالماب الاول.
And the wall itself, the Viper wall is on B. So Marco probably just thinking that they're set up to take some mid
ما
and
انتبهتنا
B
للتشكيله
pressure.
مره.
Not anticipating.
اوكي احنا تشكيلتنا اللي لعبناها فيها ضد ليكويد.
Early as well.
تو دو ليست. اوكي هم ايش يلعبون؟ يلعبون تو سموك.
Critical here for Fnatic. We
فايبر
know
استر يورو
they're a
فايس
team with
فيت.
that resilience. They've been in positions against the wall at times before. Flashback. I don't know if you want to contest with this guy. Still through the wall, he will eventually be peppered down. But 3-0 early bonus conversion for Fnatic is massive for them. Best foot forwards after going down a map here in a best of 5, and this is where you start to see the experience shine through a little bit. They've been in tough spots like this.
You can see your
I
own
think the deeper the series goes, the more you're
react
expecting the
يقصد
experience
react
on Fnatic
on
to start
YouTube
shining.
later.
Having said that though, we've talked
ما
a lot
فهمت.
about how this is gonna tie the best that DRX has ever done. They haven't
ما
made it
فهمت ايش
to a big
تقصد على
final.
العموم.
This is also the best that
وزع
Fnatic have
النقاط
ever
دي
done
شكلها
at champ.
تاريخية لفناتك.
They've never
خلينا
made it
نتابع
to a
خلينا نتابع
podium spot before.
لا لا ان شاء
DRX
الله.
looking to try to take the fight to them in mid on a bit more
لا
of an
قبلي
eco
اوكي.
round.
See them really squaring up. Look at that, the recall is popped off again, but it's haphazard, really thrown together at the last minute. But that blind is good, the damage.
حلو
Point with the
حلو.
follow-up. Instant reaction called
حلو
for here
فجر
by
مات
Fnatic.
حلو. 1 for 1 1 for
Moving
1.
over towards B. Leaves it into the hands of Freeing, but he doesn't have a weapon for it. Only the full armor. Has the util though to try and slow them down. Everybody goes over the wall at the same time. The blind is even better. Bane drifting back and away here. The trade intact here from Crashies and Chronicle. They combine their might, and that is a foul concoction to deliver death down to DRX.
Fnatic keep all of that momentum and pace going.
4-0
Happy to
الفناتك.
dispel this fight happening over towards mid. And again, the Viper wall being used on B. Chronicle really sticking to his guts with this one. 6-0 beginning for the Viper player, and final kill. Marco just melting into dust.
طيب.
Viper, fight with
This round though, DRX finally get rifles back up. So this is our first proper rifle v rifle round. Flashback with an op as well at A-Link.
Looking towards it.
Horn not broken. Hyunmin can't get out until just now.
It's not the best line as well. Look at the uncertainty in the way that Flashback's aiming.
Whoa.
Like down the reactions as well. Boaster is really quite brave. The reload hurts.
Yeah, but also a massive force on the refract. Hyunmin using that really early in the round.
Crash going to be fading soon enough. Fnatic though looking to see if they can increase the pace. Kayak's in all the way forward. I mean, this guy completely ISO from the rest of his team. Doesn't matter. One-man army comes in.
Bane had util in his hands. He wasn't expecting them to be all the way on site already.
And his pace is just so unorthodox for the way that Fnatic like to play. Normally the slow siege, normally the ones to take their time, but return at least to kill going his way. Dimensional Drift now is going to get that extra information. 1, 2, 3 players spotted, looking for the fourth, and he's found it. Now going to be calling for the rest of his team to see if they can collect these kills. Oh, that's a good blind. Flashback, exits, Crashies! Delivering and raining down and laying onto him. Goes both ways, and now in a 2v3. Still all onto Hyunmin, Mako. See if they can find a way back past this one, but the smoke only just earned up, and Alpha's ready. He's got a shorty, held in hands, ready for the peak.
And the mentality is starting
الجيم
to
ذا
shift on
شكلها
Any time that they're in a bit of a winning streak, you're going to see the energy and the mood go
بدينا.
up massively. But DRX are making
بدينا.
some huge mistakes to allow Fnatic
Okay.
in here. We saw Alpha get
وش
the walk
هالقص؟
up over towards A main and get the kill on Mako round 3, I think that was.
Nice, come on!
Here in round 5, Bane has got util in his hands. He's just not expecting Kayak to be as deep as he
I mean, the
actually
timing
is.
is insane.
يبغانا تايم
They're
اوت.
really missing, though, the cues on when Fnatic are looking to try to take space and fight.
DRX doesn't get easier for them.
No real shields to work with.
Oh my god, I mean, they picked apart.
Yeah, that's just killed through a wall as well. Most has been spraying that. Was looking to put the damage on Hyunmin in the previous round. And Alpha throwing away the gun to make sure the DRX can't pick anything up as they backfill some space in A main. It's been clinical so far in this attack half for Fnatic.
Just with the Sheriff, spots a play, that is a nasty shot. Tries to adjust the aim in time. Cooling down the Sheriff, but unfortunate. Not able to get that second. It's all Fnatic again. Laying claim over towards the site. Doubled up now by DRX Alpha. It would have been contested with this guy. Hinder dropped down as well, 5 HP. Shorty in your face. Hyunmin picks up the upgrade, but again, plant down. Fnatic fully drilled in and now looking to see if they can do that extra damage. Him and realizing he can't play for this one.
سيف.
And it needs to be cool, a pause, a tactical
نكست بيكون عندنا باي اتوقع
intervention
بيجي
really
باص.
from
طيب يا عيال
the coaching staff at this point. This
صلاة
is DRX
العصر
just
اللي
bleeding
اذن
out.
عنده
Yeah, I think
يصلي
you're
العصر.
right on that.
تمام.
Because I think it's not just the DRX
ما انتبهت
playing their own
والله.
game, but making a couple of mistakes.
اوكي سوالي اوكي تراني مقفل الغتات بس الرجال نفسه سوالي دونيشن قال I lost all my money but DRX will lose.
champions, but it's not like that stopped them from having a great result on Sunset.
نصلي ونرجع نتفاهم. صلاة العصر يا عيال. طيب بصلي واديكم.
Fnatic play here at Champs. But Fnatic, as the desk was pointing out, we're having a lot of domestic success, or at least a little bit of domestic success. 2-0 on Corrode the 2 times that they pulled it out in EMEA. And those teams that they beat, the fans of those teams that they beat as well, in a very familiar spot actually, rooting for Fnatic to save the region in another end of a tournament.
For sure, the weight of expectations, and that goes both ways. DRX and Fnatic, but weight and expectations, you're carrying the hopes and dreams of your region to really get something done. It's been a hot minute for EMEA.
It's been a long time. And I mean, an even longer time if you want to talk about a non-Fnatic team lifting a trophy.
Oh yeah.
You'd have to go back to 2022 Copenhagen. For
All turned up as well for Alpha. The troubles don't stop.
Well, they're gonna
DRX at least.
They're trying to contest this Viper wall. This is the big threat. They want more information over towards B main.
Upping this line though again. Put a wall in your face. Prowler is hard to clear you out.
Yeah, it's just going to be a horrible time. They also want to try to defend this ult op. There's 3 players, 1 away from an ult.
Tap, clone broken early, so the wall will remain intact.
Crashy's got his ult online. Fnatic with a huge opportunity to snowball.
Gearing up for the exec.
Hyunmin is nowhere near to counter ult.
Flashback. There's no way you're taking this peak, man. I mean, you're crouched up onto this one. It all comes down to who spots who first.
Can't they see the gun?
Double lined up there. Surely they can. Got to be expecting and reading this one. You get bullets to the dome. Only saved by the box there, but now you're going to be feeling it. Heat turned up. Fnatic sending this one flying forwards. Thorn's going to be used to try and slow the approach, but it's still guarding all the weapons torn away. And at the hands of these DRX players, it's up to them now to put a stop to it. But again, they go over the wall together. Emphasis being placed, and the gun just does not come back in time. Might set up for success once more. Fnatic are coming into this one drilled, ready. Discipline in their hearts. Delay claimed the most of this one here. Already with that side control, still feeling uncomfortable as a hinder that does connect. And DRX should be surely getting this one. No way! Posted unanticipated, not even expected. It's 7 rounds in a row, despite the timeout, despite the pause. DRX still left reeling.
Freeing just caught in elbow, unable to use his primary weapon. And Boaster and Crashy's feasting on sight. Wow.
Okay.
Giving it from across the stage, a 7-0 beginning.
Hey, he's gonna pull the headphones out. We're gonna have a tech pause before you know it.
Doing tricks on him.
That's crazy, man. Okay. What a turnaround though as well. You can see the mentality difference.
I don't understand what DRX are up to over towards B main here. If you want to go for a refight with the Waylay and a Paranoia or something like that, fair enough, but I mean, they're just pushing their face into a Viper wall that can go up and down repeatedly. There's the C's, here's the refight.
Kayak, Gatecrash is going to be fading momentarily. Will be forced to use it.
Yummin didn't even commit to that, but fair enough. Kayak gets out of there anyway, and I guess they can feel a little more confident that it's not going towards B. Yunmin starts to back away, but the A site has not been well defended either.
No, you have the Thorns and just flashback, umming and ahhing, trying to hold this one back. Slower approach, and now you see with the Utils sent forwards. That's going to give the right timing, at least for DRX. It's time to see if they can flood their way back in. Cosmic Divide cuts it up in through that link area. TP back and away. Reinforcements arriving for DRX here, but they don't have the weaponry still. Will it stop them? TP now into the corner. Maka wants a little bit more extra info. Nightfall even being that committed.
Oh, he stuck it.
He's hard stuck it! What a risk to be made again, but it's got that watchful eye on it. Hyunmin, 10 HP in a dream, and it will remain just that. Fnatic. Complete domination. The working of the map, the pushing and pulling.
A masterful performance here. Boaster leading the orchestra to an 8-0 beginning. Everywhere they go, they're just finding DRX making small errors. I mean, in this round, okay, they're working with lighter weaponry as well, but I feel like DRX are not falling back into more standard defensive procedures. I mean, there's good smokes, good double-up spots that we see a lot of the top teams using, and DRX maybe just not comfortable anchoring with their comp that loves to try to take fights. They can't find those fights.
No.
This actually does remind me of the incredible Haven attack that Boaster put together, where he was just slow defaulting and putting fakes all around.
Constant pressure applied, the flashback. He's not being able to get anything done with his off. You're right, it's reminiscent of that one. Relentless.
And that, DRX were only able to put up a single round on the board on their defense side. Kayak with another ult to work with. It feels like the ult snowballs never stop for Fnatic. Bowen gets a free break on the wall as well. Freeing at least with an ult to try to hold on to B, right? So he doesn't have to be super worried, but there goes Mako. That's the punish I was talking about at the start of the map. If they go for an info peek, Fnatic players sharp enough to rip them off. 10 and 3 as well, Althea.
Who's next?
A real step up from him. Now you're seeing ult's going to be popped off. All earned prior. Kayak's behind. That's Steel Garden. Hello, where's he going with that one? They're trying to combine their might again with a util to follow through. Convergent paths, that's enough of a slowdown. No one's home. No one entering into this side. The pit's going to be layered down anyway. That's going to attempt to get them back in, but for DRX answering back. It's a quick pivot. Fnatic not looking to contest over towards B now, and they're going to get that mad sprint over towards the A side. It is open for the taking, but it's still left in that player disadvantage.
See whether Boaster can hold the Horde off for a moment.
It's an onslaught now. It's going to be approaching his position rapidly at that side. It's off angles, and that, no, okay, the Nightfall on top of it. He's not able to take that fight. Stand his ground towards it, and the back to Crashy's instinct kicking in, the awareness in the back of his mind that he's being pressured from multiple locations. Crashies, no way, no way! DRX can catch a bloody break!
The America's import lights up the French arena. Crashies 15 and 3. Determined to make it to another grand final at Champions. What a performance. Reminiscent of some of his very best. Incredible awareness with the Nightfall that there was one on the flank, because the ult caught two. And he manages to break the horn, put the fight forwards and go back to catch Bane as well. Monstrous, monstrous stuff out here. And at this point, Brent, I'm not even really thinking about whether DRX can come back in the next half. I feel like they still could, because their attack sides are nuts. Yeah, but I'm more thinking about the mental side of the game.
It really is.
I'm thinking about the amount of rookies and the amount of inexperience on DRX's side. And even Mako, who himself can get a bit shaky in big moments.
When you feel the energy of 6,000 fans cheering against you for your demise.
And it's
That's
not
very different.
We're not at the end of the series yet. These are not make or break moments necessarily. DRX could still lose on Corrode and win this lower bracket final, but you got to make sure that you can handle the heat. And so that, I mean, even more than strategy, that's what I'd be trying to talk to the team about here.
Of course, correct. See if we can put any sort of semblance of rounds on the board. Look towards it here. There's only a few left to play for. 3 more rounds in this half. Essential, goes without saying here for DRX. Both timeouts being blown here early because minds are in the gutter, in the bin really at this point. Fnatic not slowing down. Instant take up towards mid. There was no real pushback. This crowd is going to be broken on top of it. It's a flash and a peek with a paranoia again, but it's not really put together too well. Kayak, he's already drifted straight past this. He's found himself a pocket to play in. Smoke dissipates, and Hyunmin spots it out at least. That's going to be a saturate layer down at the feet. An attempt to slow this one, but again, Fnatic, they temper it, they hold it, they let it simmer. They wait for the peaks to come to them. Again, the fights are taking. It's emphasis being placed on DRX to see if they can step up and make their mark, but it's just not possible. Weaponry disadvantage, flashback. Whistled down, barely alive. He's going to be limping into this next engagement, and Boaster, lovely dodge and a flash.
So,
Bullet to the chest to flashback. That's 10 rounds now for Fnatic.
Anytime Fnatic are on a heater like this as well, they are so difficult to stop. I'm a bit concerned that there were no even really shots landed there, freeing with one.
enemy.
Your mechanics and your decision making have got to stay sharp in these kind of spots if you want any hope of comeback occurring. We haven't really seen DRX be the team to make massive comebacks like this. We've seen NRG do it, Fnatic do it.
دقيقة.
I think DRX need at least the final 2 and a pistol for me to have any hope.
الله أكبر. السالفة يا ولد. ما بنا بعد.
They've owned B main the entire time, and yet they've also been able to just wander into A as well.
يلا يا رب.
I'd have liked to see
يلا يا
DRX
رب.
try to
أقل شيء إن شاء
fight
الله
A main a
نقلبها
bit
في
more
الأتاك.
and give up B and just lock Alpha out of these spots.
They've been guessing the whole time. Where's the hits landing? Losing mid control nice and early.
Yeah, losing mid, losing A main, and losing B main.
Everybody up. Hello. Just the leg spotted, but that might give him the timing to take here. Flashback is going to hold this one back. There it is. Boaster just wandering into mid.
Hello.
Seems going to be speeding up off the back of this one. Flash up and overhead here. And he's spotting the backs of these players.
Hello.
Youngmin left to contain, and now a bit of a pincer. Putting that pressure right back onto Kayak. Slowed down. To saturate. Flashes again to buy him a bit of time, but they're trying to take this one tightly together with discipline again. You don't want to let it slip. Not a chance like this. Not again.
Hello.
This is it. DRX. Their time to
Hello.
shine. With a round on the board. Much needed.
30 seconds left.
A real opportunity for Alpha to get back into this one. What are you operating? Not with a spike in the middle of nowhere.
وخلصنا ثلاثة.
Back of just a small
ثلاثة ضد واحد.
adjustment, DRX come away with what could be a flawless round.
3v1
But
وخسرنا راوند 3v1.
far too late. Yeah. Unless they're able to string this together into something ludicrous
It would have to be a
on their
massive
attack arc.
حلو حلو.
uphill
وجهي
climb
وجه
for
خير.
them still.
وجهي وجه خير إن شاء الله
With
إنها تكمل.
Fnatic preparing for this map, they would have been.
خلينا نشوف الراوند ده بعدين بشوف الراوند الكليب اللي
That's
أرسلته
what's
يا
been
وليد.
giving people so many concerns. This a bit more of a standard one. Yoru takes a fight towards mid. Waylay makes sure that you can't get through a link. All really standard defensive setup stuff. Flashback. Now with the op. The op has been stuck behind smokes for the whole game, really. But he's going to try to make it work. Mako gets on the high ground over towards bricks again.
Found himself that little perch. All taken care of. A lot of presence here from Fnatic over towards A main. It'll be Maka to receive it. Breaking on either side. I know at least 2 players will be positioned. Bit of spam as well, hoping to get lucky with a bullet caught to the dome. Not quite though. Fnatic, the kings at putting pauses, making teams feel uncomfortable into the middle section of these rounds.
Early on, we saw Hyunmin work with his refract to go and clear out B main. But now the Viper Wall can just go up and down, and DRX have lost information over towards there. So Hyunmin stacking on A because that's where they've heard people. But now as the Viper Wall gets cycled, they could play for this ult orb. They can get the Steel Garden online, and there's really not much that DRX can do about it. Hyunmin's just rotating from spawn to spawn, getting his cardio in.
It's a guessing game. Rotates are taking at least over 20 seconds as well from one side to the other. It's brutal to work with, and there's a gap here, an angle not expected. The heads are not going to be poking up as well, so Flashback has missed a trick with it. A-Link is going to be contested.
They might be overcooking this, though. They're going to use the Steel Garden as a
27
fake
seconds,
on B.
27 seconds, he sees the sign of life. That's the Steel Garden over towards B, going for the split now. It's a dimensional drift, disrupting this one again, but he's being pulled back off to the side. We'll see if he can exit out into them. Flash is held into the hand, but again, the weapons removed, but not inspecting it, not clearing it. Finally, the weapons are free into their hands. Youngmin trying to jump onto the chance, but Alpha! Alpha! He's a monster, man! Tucked into the corner. It's a nightmare of a round has been turned here for DRX. Thought the time could have gotten away from them, but now it's left up to Bane, and at this point they know exactly where he stands. 11-1.
شكلها ذي بتخلص سريع سريع. شكلها بروح الماب الثالث على السريع.
Their ceiling that they've never quite been able to repeat.
يلا يلا.
Here managed it and looking to take that one step further along, but it would be one hell of a comeback. They have to win the pistol here, and every exec has to be perfection.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even ready to discuss it at this point. This is really just looking ahead to Haven.
Yeah,
unless we see that miracle magic. But it does need to be
يسوونها
perfect.
عيال صدق صدق في امل ولا
Falls, the wall
صعب.
in your face, a lot of damage and bullets coming on either way, but Alpha falls. Wall even being baited out.
شالوا الفجر دقيقة دقيقة شالوا الفجر.
Fnatic.
ستيب باي ستيب.
Players repositioning.
يجيب البستول.
Reinforcements arriving over towards B, but calling
بعدين
again
نكس
for the
عنده باي.
pause.
بعدين يفوز البونس.
Flashback doesn't have that gate crash to be able to enter, but Gunman still with his engagement
Might hear
abilities.
these footsteps potentially.
Yeah.
It's walking around. Okay, freeing. Watchful eye on it.
Both teams looking to try to punish any defensive maneuvers from their other. Freeing spots out some players in mid as well, so can give that info to Mako that A is probably going to be a little weaker. Should still be a player hanging over towards B for the re-hit. Should be some exploring through mid off the back of that flash. So DRX take a lot of space here on the A side.
It's all theirs, essentially for free.
30 seconds
Being
left.
that backup policy, lying in wait towards it. Flashback. Might get tested soon enough. Time
خوي
running a little
عقبها
bit
خوي
short
من
there, just a
تلدعه
few
ما شاء
stray
الله.
shots missing the mark.
قحطاني ولا شهراني؟
The position. Fnatic can still take this one, and as well as they take it together, trade it out, at least with the one. Chronicle though, he's delivering it
خلاص.
now. He's
شباب
raining
نبغى
and
البستل
hammering down
بليز.
those blows with the pistols in hand. The damage is going
حلو
awry.
1 HP.
Not really landing onto the opposition, but
Hello!
as I say that, it's pain.
I believe,
They
I
want to
believe.
collect.
أنا إنسان
Over the course of this tournament,
أتفائل.
has been a clutch play, has been
تفاؤل
able to step up
بالخير
when his team
تجده
has needed
متفائل
it.
أنا.
But again, it's
ما
just
عليه
one
ما
piece
عليه
of the puzzle
في
on a map
في
like
في أمل
this.
في أمل
Gotta
الأولى
keep
وإن شاء الله
going.
إن شاء الله إن شاء الله بإذن الله بإذن الله ما تنام عين إن
That's
فيها.
the kind of thing that they need in order to get started. But it's just so difficult when you put yourself down 11-1 on the other half.
إيه المنتج تعجبني عشان تدخل على ماب هيفن نفسي حلو
Fake
يا أخي.
optimism there, I would say. Down 11-2. And it's not to say that DRX don't have an incredibly powerful attack side. You heard it from the desk as well. Sadil was talking about how much he enjoys watching DRX's attack side. It's beautiful, the way that they coordinate the two duelists together on their B site execs. But at some point, someone on Fnatic is just going to make a big play to be able to win them around. They have too many stars.
Too many hitters. To be relying upon it.
استهل.
Oh, okay.
كان طلقت عليها عادي ترى تدمج بدي.
Nice spot at the back side. Okay, Flashback is going to be jumping on the chance. He wants to draw out the blood here. Name a couple of kills while they're at it and slowly closing in onto it. But Fnatic, they take the initiative forwards as the fight. Oh my god, what is that by Bane?
It's a big one.
Handed it as well. That's a Bulldog in the hands of Chronicle. Double dash over and around. That's recall. My god, Chronicle! 8 bullets left. And this could get dicey. This could get dangerous.
What?
We're
2v1.
talking about it. Any one of these Fnatic players could step up, deliver those blows. And my god, an ace on the Thrifty, 5 HP and a dream right now, back against the wall, freeing. With bated breath, the rest of his team can breathe that sigh of relief.
That's what we're talking about, the danger ever present with Fnatic. That round should have had no sting to it whatsoever. And yet a big, wide
طب حلوة
swing
من
coming out
بين.
from
إيش
both
صار هنا؟
sides.
هنا إيش
Sets
صار؟
up full B main
لا
control
لا
for the
لا
rest of his
كونيكال
teammates.
كيف؟
And
يا
Chronicle's
أخي مخي
got
جيب
that kind of
منظور كونيكال.
sting to him, that kind of danger. He's ruined their bonus round, so now there is no bonus. DRX
خمس
have
ما
to pause.
تروح خمسة هي بس على حسب اللي يفوز 3-0 هذا الماب الثاني.
Double Odin on the other side of Fnatic.
Oh.
دبل أودن من فنتك.
CS viewers, avert your eyes. What you might be about to see.
He's missed it.
Hold on.
He's
Shot
missed it
fine. He's missed the
entirely.
gap. Yeah, the
ده اللي يلعب
power.
أودن.
Drifted straight past it.
I believe.
Crashies went
I
to take
believe
the fight.
البونس.
Sorry,
البونس.
Kayak went to take the fight as well.
البونس.
Looking to swing out through the smoke, he got punished.
Crashies, I should say Chronicle.
ما عليه يمن.
Stands tall,
كم دمجته؟
holding back the line over towards that mid
one بدي
angle.
لي.
It's a weird beginning to the round, but DRX come out better for it.
يا أخي دوغ فيد كم مرة صار تذكرون في ماب بايند؟
Normally the guy that's going to be doing
لا
the
مو ماب
big
بايند
entry
قد
for
صارت
their site execs.
في جيم في الجروب ستيج الدوغ كذا ما لقط.
Actually, neither of their duelists.
اي ذي ثاني مرة ايش سالفة في بق بفيد وصار بق التيورو تذكرون الى ان 3 بقات صار فيد مرتين ويورو مرة. لوتس صح.
Wants to just hold down the line over towards this back elbow area.
هو ما تدري اذا هو بق
DRX.
ولا الفيد دق.
They don't go forward off of it.
غريب
Wait for
جدا.
Flashback to explore, see if he can clear most of the way. Cutting noise again, that's uncertainty just sowed in the back of Fnatic's mind. But all that time being waited out has brought these Fnatic players together.
I'm worried about the clock here.
Yeah, 22 seconds left, and they've got bodies and players in position. Flashback, refight towards it, the flash not good.
ليش التغولة يا بابا؟ ما هي كذي يا فلاش باك.
This is how you get back into it now with shots landing like this. Mako straight back to the spectator seat, and what a mistake to make us just
والله
like that.
حرام بشة للبو والله حرام.
Bane and freeing. Everybody wants to push this one back, but Boaster, util available to start, is going to be deaded. Pushing them back and away out of the fray, and fight to be taken again, but a wall in the face of Bane. So damn uncertain. It's a tap. Looking for that reaction. Looking to see where these DRX players are lying around. Snappy in the end, but the reactions need to be sharper than that. Not too many bullets left remaining. Time on the defuse. Time again is drifting. Boasted to be defended as a half onto it. A tap. Time still away for it. Where's the swing?
Free must have crashed or something, man.
Where is it?
He's just not even taking the fight.
That's so unfortunate.
He's just AFK in B-Link.
Oh, man.
He's just sat there with a Guardian. I mean, that's a tech pause.
Yeah, Fnatic, though, with a defensive setup, they've only got Boast at home. Odin in hand, he could make mincemeat of them.
نرفع الصوت معليش نسينا موضوع الصوت.
Now you're seeing it. It's a Prowler, Thorns up and overhead. A double dash into that smoke to try and dominate that angle. Still it's Chronicle, he's forward, steps forwards onto the mark again. Now Horn lights them up, and the bullets raining down. Still Boast is going to be taking a dink of his own. TP's in to try and disrupt this play. Fnatic fast onto the scene, looking to see if they can make a play towards it.
Really quick on the flank here, Kayak. Coming up behind to challenge freeing.
And that's a fight to be taken at 1 hour. Free and drop now, the pressure is applied from multiple angles. A pit is the extra element introduced here by Fnatic. Really ensuring that they do not let this opportunity slip. Bane going for the reclearance, but Kayak plays it well. With patience and discipline. Holds his hand as an overstay is welcome, and he's going to be just harassing from the sides the entire time. The emphasis and the onus being placed onto DRX. They're the ones who have to fight their way past this one because it is a slow death from 1,000 cuts, man! Judging that proximity.
روق يا مودريتش روق التكسكه خلها للفاجر ما هي لك. روق انت مودريتش انت روح رياضيه معروف لاعب اخلاق طيبه باشا اتمنى ما تشرفنا يا باشا. خليها علينا. على ام القهر.
Shouting at them to roll the round back again.
هذا ما عليك اصلا انهم دقوقين من اول يا رجال. اقسم بالله مسخره مرتين لغى راوندين لفنتك. مرتين لغى راوندين لفنتك. صادق المفروض نلعب بالشاشه طافيه. نلعب 5v3 صح؟ مسخره. صح المفروض ما يلغون الراوندات. دخل التحكيم ما فادني. طيب صارت الجي 2 فزنا على جي 2 ما حد فتح فمه ولا بس ضدي انا. يا سبحان الله يا اخي يحبون يزقون في كبدي يا اخي. من اللي زرع فيكم المحبه هذه يا اخي بالله كيف؟ ما شاء الله تبارك الله. ويقولون كيف شاتك نادر يا ابو خالد الشات اللي عندك ان شاء الله. يلا سلم يا مخرج خلني انا اسلم. جي الماب الثاني راح لفنتك 1-1 كل فاز في الماب الثاني. بس النتيجة توجع شوي. ما كنت متوقعها كذا لأن أنا أصلا الصراحة أنا ما كنت ما حد أصلا كان يعرف لعبهم فأتوقع هذه كانت من صالحهم والله صح كانت من صالحهم انهم ما قد لعبوا ماب كرود في البطوله وحنا قد لعبنا وقدمنا مستوى حلو فتوقعنا انه كرود. انا ما طلبت ترجمه ايش يقصد فيها في فالورانت يعني. بسم الله بدينا الماب الثالث. التشكيله كالتالي. فناتك يلعبون نفس الدبل سموك كل جوي سوفا يورو دولست. هناك دبل دولست حنا كالعاده وسالفه. ومن شاء الله بنسوي نفس الاكسكيوت حقنا اللي دائما يسويه في الاي ما يهم 13 واحد فيه ولا حلوه حلوه.
What a way to assert yourself and announce yourself to the party. Felt like that one.
Start to think about it.
التصويت بيقفل. الحق ما تلحق. أنا آسف بطفي الالغتات ها. طفيت الالغتات يا عيال عشان الشباب ما يتقروشون.
I mean that's a good confident look from Bane there pushing all the way upstairs.
1 HP.
Not just cowering on the side.
جاني دونيشن من لايكلي.
Looking to try to take the fight to Fnatic.
ما اعرف انطق اسمك والله لايكلي. نيكوروسس
wasn't really about the
يكروسس.
duelist though, was it? It was
10
about those
دولار الله
players
يعطيك العافيه.
behind
نو
them.
ادز نو بروبلم.
Bane and Mako in particular.
More supportive elements.
Yeah, taking
نو
all
ادز
that
نو
space
بروبلم.
together.
ما عليك
I
نو
like
ادز لا
what-
تشيل
I
هم.
like what Boaster's doing with the paranoia there because it's a really good idea of being able to push back the duelist. But
حلوة
there is
من
no
كبير
smoke on
والله.
site for the others to play around.
حلوة من
I look
ماكو.
at Crashies and
يلا
Chronicle in that
اذا بدا
situation.
راوند
If
نقفل.
they
اذا
had
بدا
an
راوند
on-site
نقفل.
smoke to also
إذا بدا
use,
راوند
that would
نقفل.
be really good to
معكم
stop
8
the
7
others from being
6
able to take all of that
اللي ما
space.
صوت.
But Boaster instead prioritizing the
ثلاثة.
paranoia in that spot because it's really good at keeping the duelist
واحد.
back.
وقفلنا التصويت. شكرا كل ما صوت.
Not dealt with early. Name of the game for Fnatic on their eco. Going to be trying to farm up most of these orbs. Take away some more win cons as well because
يلا
don't
فزنا
want to get
البستل.
DRX going on this
فزنا
comp
البستل.
attack side with the ultra generator.
بس المشكلة ان احنا بدينا اتاك هم بيبنون
Get
الثاني.
away from you.
Yeah, we saw in Haven two extremely one-sided halves. And we've just seen a super one-sided half on Corrode as well. We've had quite a lot of these over the course of the tournament actually. Teams building up a huge amount of
ارجوكم يلي في
momentum,
الشات خلونا
snowballing
نتابع
the
الجيم
stack of
مبسوطين.
ults, and then
فكونا من
in some instances,
الشوشره اللي في الشات تمام.
ridiculous
بعد
comebacks.
الميدان نتزقق على كبود بعض.
Could be a map for that, but you'd expect that both teams have made adjustments to how the other was playing earlier in playoffs. This time though, Fnatic giving up the A sign. It's very, very difficult to anchor against DRX's composition.
Looks propped up. It's a really awkward one as well, but if it goes down, that's going to be the sign to go forward.
حلوه يمن.
Big smoke to play in as well. Makes it uncertain almost, but dominating the angle still with that hinder dropping down. These are players that are flooding their way back in. Fnatic finding their footing. Paranoia sweeps. It's massive, honestly, and alongside the dart, it combines it all. The only thing missing from Fnatic is the weaponry in their hands to do the job.
واو يا اني شفتها كانها خساره. سووا ريتكس نوعا ما صح بس لقطوهم كويس.
Yeah, all three players there inside the site getting caught by the paranoia, the recon combo, but comes down to Alpha to do something simply miraculous and I would argue impossible with the classic in his hand. So cleanly done there for DRX, shaking off the
الحين
doubts from Corrode.
الباي حقنا كان غريب. ايش كانت معنا اسلحه؟
Now we're getting into more
كان معنا
familiar
مارشل.
territory, remember. The first two maps we've
Guardian
not seen
صح؟
Fnatic play all tournament.
لا ما كان شاري جارديان هو ولا تو
Where we've
يشتري؟
seen both teams clash.
كان معنا.
Bind coming up next that both teams have played quite a lot of.
الظاهر كله بستل مارشل ولا تو جارديان مارشل. اوكي.
Ascent, which was again featured
عشان
in
يطلعون
the
في الباي.
match that
اوكي.
these two teams had to open playoffs. Looking towards C as part of their default for this round. Maybe just to deal with Alfier's turret.
It's way out in the open. It's broken though, so acknowledges that they are leaning over towards C early on flashback. Happy to take a few pot shots, apply the pressure evenly, still see if he can keep a couple of players of Fnatic.
يبغون يلعبون ريتيك السي بس ايش عندهم هم في السي ريتيك؟
Force the rotation, you can see Boaster already getting a move on.
Right here.
Alpha should be trying to challenge this one with his rifle a little. They've got the wall to flood back in. Alpha and Chronicle are a nasty duo to hold on. But DRX can be pretty overwhelming. They take the front side at least.
Yeah, it's slow for now. Trying to save a bits and pieces of the util to try and take into the further fights. Deep smoke that's going to be laid down and dropped down. Still that Logs angle is going to be anticipated. Mako to clear it. That dart not dealt with. It does light up multiple players, but they're flooding in now, trying to get
Hello,
a fight going.
flashك يا بطل.
Blind. It is flashback with the
Flashback.
immediate answer back.
من اسمه.
They've got so many tools to deal with that Viper wall.
حلو البونس.
Mako was set, prepped, ready to go for a paranoia.
ولا قنطح.
Flashback has two flashes.
غير
to work
المارشل
with as
بالله
well.
نفداك.
They've got so many ways of being able to
Huge
put pressure
bonus,
on
huge.
backside players. And that's why
فيها لا لا ان شاء الله نتعلم من غلطتنا وما نلقم كمباك في الهاف الثاني بس خلينا نطلع بنتيجه حلوه. خلينا نطلع بنتيجه حلوه في الاتاك. امس تسبه واليوم اسبه. وبعد شوي بسبه. الجيم اللي راح سبيته. عادي. على لعبه يضغطني كثير يضغطني بس عنده علم بس يمس كثير. هو كويس كاجريسيف دولست، كويس كانتري سايت، كويس كفلاشات، كويس كيوتل وأب مارشل بس يجيب العيد. هذه مشكلته. يتزقق. يا سلام عليك يا اخي سليمان. بديت والله انك دندون. بدا يفهمني سليمان. بدا يرمي مصطلحات تناسب الشيء اللي انا ابغى اقوله. ايه يمن ايه يمن.
Rifle saved. Look towards round 4.
On time,
Adjustments
please.
still going to be made immediately. Look at that
Allah.
kayak. Happy to step up again. A bit of posturing from him.
One of the only players with a rifle. Instantly gets them the opening kill.
Yeah, that's a gun potentially on the ground. I think they might be able to
حرام
reclaim
والله
it.
اوميكو طلعوا بقن.
Activates a trip. Trip though not broken off the back of that clone.
عرفوا من الديكوي انه مع باندل اصلا يدرون يعني ما يحتاج هذه يبغى
Yeah,
لها.
it's not going to be holding back this one. Still, Fnatic are waiting in the wings, looking for a chance to really strike where it hurts, but that plan will go down. There's no pressure.
كيف العلم نفس قبل حلو طلعوا كويس. من اللي قاعد في السايت؟ ماكو ماكو ما اتمنى تعطيهم قن.
Playmakers.
Yeah, looking to see if they can
اوكي قاعد يلعب في
insert themselves
السموك.
into the conversation. Boaster as well onto the flank. Noise coming out either way with that paranoia, but it doesn't really catch on the freeing. Look at him flying off to the sides, takes a shot to the dome. He came in instantly there, answers in kind. Big gun forward. I mean, you're trying to withstand that guy.
لا يمن لا يا يمن لا.
Crashes though. It is a 2v2.
لا تخسرون اسلحه يا عيال والله ترى. اضطر تسمع يا اخي لو ما يلا ما عليه ما عليه.
Forced a Hunter's Fury out from Bane, so a silver lining and 2 guns still kept for Fnatic.
يلا يلا ايكو
But I think
بس.
they'll have been hoping that that pressure on the B post plan
حلو حلو بس
would have
تعمل
worked
ما
a
كنت
little better.
استعمل التيه بس عادي عادي.
Boaster gets himself tucked up all the way into A lobby and throws a paranoia through. They're supposed to clear grass. They've looked at the previous game. They know where DRX like to play from.
لا ما
And
خذت يا ابو
Free's
محمد لا.
position is so smart. It's just out of all the danger. Able to re-swing back in anti-flash while Bane's covering the other side of things. And no chance there for Boaster to win that duel. 2 ult orbs away from flashback, having a massive attacking ultimate. Kayak a little closer.
Fnatic players still spread with the default. Bit of pressure again being applied. The shots fired off. Current's a bit further back.
حلوة. جو جو
Fnatic
ما يبغون يستعجلون.
Brutal.
لا لا اوكي اوكي لا في العجلة الندامة اضربوا هذه الليلة.
But that is a massive loss. You can't re-clear and flood back in and see that easily. And Garage should weaken as well. A really nice pause called in the round for Mako.
Look at what it's done for Fnatic.
He's been remarkably good at closing out 5v4 scenarios.
حلو حلو الكول اوت
Fnatic
ماكو.
usually get the first picks. I mean, that's been something that's been working for them all tournament. Whether or not they close out 5v4 is a different matter, but DRX are so drilled in these spots. Very unlikely they make mistakes.
Taking apart the util. Hold being dismantled here by Alpha. Currently sitting at 0 and 4, but he's going to get his chance to shine soon enough.
They are starting to go into the stacked area of the map.
Yeah.
Recon broken and DRX sniffing this out possibly, but don't have too much room to maneuver. You can't go anywhere here. You just got to re-hit.
Comes down to this fight, taking us an off angle though, and this is disjointed. Freeing, he's not ready for the trade. Almost immediately off that back. Fnatic forwards again. Alpha wants to step up even more. Cage in your face though, and this is damage being dished out on either side of things. Crashes! It's 2 instantly, lay it out, and Freeing takes the right time to strike. Patience played, but doesn't have control towards the back of the site. Boaster left turning around, looking for the time to see if he can deal that death blow. Denied for now. Freeing spotted out just from that barrel, and the shots are going wide. Boaster still with that control. It's going.
حلو ماكو سوينج الغريبة ذا.
Turning with that one.
تكفى 2v1 تكفى.
تكفى. Saving them in this. Kayak in a 1v2.
مشكلة بلانت ما هو بالفرينج.
No one willing to give him that sign of life. No one willing to give him that fight.
يا أخي ماكو. يا أخي الخد.
Can't be doing it to him.
That's a red card! What on earth has he just pulled out? To get DRX up to 5 and 0.
It's disrespectful, isn't it?
It's revolting.
راونده
Few traces there
راونده.
that detect Chronicle.
والله نايس كول نايس بوز نايس بيك في البداية وبعدين روق فريز قال لهم فريز هذا كول ينقال فريز شباب.
And you see that
ايش معناته فريز؟ يعني تعرف تلعبها حركة ستوب وانت صغير اي توقف تشوف ردة فعلهم. خذ العلم كاياك مقدم ماخذ الاي بس ستيب باي ستيب نحرق قتلهم ناخذ اكسكيوت سايت.
Rent free at the back of Boaster's head. There was opportunity.
هوميكو احنا نزق ذا هوميكو يرحم امك.
Knocked Fnatic down to lower economy. A couple of sheriffs still have a gun or two, at least with the Guardian. But up in mid here, flashback. You might get overzealous, and indeed, that's a head clean off. Shave from the shoulders.
كالعادة.
Gun not reclaimable. Take flight. It's the only silver lining for DRX currently, but you don't want to get bled out, especially when the shots are firing off. Fnatic are perfectly happy to try and take
كيف ما كان عنده سلاح والله.
Yeah, it definitely feels like they're trying to play to that win condition we were talking about, where they disrupt DRX before they get into
بالله
position.
صدق.
Flashback going down early. Fnatic not quite as clean at closing out 5v4s, and this round a bit unfair to hold them to the same standard because they've got 3 Sheriffs and 2 Guardians. But DRX will have chances here to keep that clean sheet they're working with. Fnatic could love a Thrifty though.
Kayak's contact. Poster, he's a paranoia in the back pocket. Repositions though, and spotters it out at least now. There's about 40 seconds left. Double dash in. That's a TP alongside it. Reveals the position. Kayak doesn't care. All popped off, and he is safe as anything. Even a gun reclaimed in the process. He's got a rifle now, and this is applying from multiple directions. Fire from DRX is caught for. It's going to be towards that A-link area, but you still have the smoke to contest with. These players are going to dig deep. The fight on the site in a position like this, Fnatic have got them surrounded.
هذا حلو ما جاب التاج معك ريفيل بعد 5 ريفيل 5
broken but there's no fair fight, no squared up engagement. Dart reveals Youngmin spotted, noted out, and this is too much to overcome. Overwhelmed here. Call is made, and there's the danger from Fnatic, always lurking around every corner. You know the damage they can do, happens or not.
اليكو زق حق ما DRX
And that one showcases the aggression early round really paying off. A small gap in the default for DRX, weren't aware that Kayak could be that deep, and he gets one and gets out. And from there, you don't need to continue pressuring. Fnatic can be confident in the way that they swarm around the site. But they've got to keep that same idea going.
So now we just need a couple more of those. I hit a little jiggy.
I don't know what he's up to out there.
Listen, at least
ما اقدر اضرب لك سبب معروف بس انه ناس تاخذ مابات تظن ان هي احسن في ذا الماب وما يدري ان هذاك التيم يدري كويس في الماب عادي تصير. ترى الحين احنا وصلنا مرحله انه اغلب الاتيام المفروض انها عارفه تلعب في اغلب المابات. كيف؟ طب كايك مع عقبه الحين بيبيك.
Lying in wait now with the operator might get another chance of things as well with the contact plays DRX. They play right into Kayak's wheelhouse. And Bane's in a 1v2. Unexpected, unanticipated. Alpha should be able to do it easy enough.
لا بس حاجة حلوة الفجر ما تبن.
Fnatic bring the fight to DRX. And in the midst of all the chaos, almost let it slip. But at the end there, it's Kayak and Alpha to secure the round.
Time out.
So now you're expecting DRX to come back in here and try to slow the pace down, bait out the fights from the defenders. See if Boaster and Milano one step ahead, whether they can adjust their own style too. Any confirmation over here from the drone, and Chronicle might think about ulting, but he's walking up.
He's walking up. Keeps freeing. He's found himself that opening fight as well, but Kayak is happy. Responds to the opposite side of the map, out towards Garage. That's Youngmin dropped. No theft, hold on. Spotted out where Crashies is, a flash as well, but he's repositioned, the reposition is paranoia, they don't know! It's a hard clearance and Crashy thrives underneath it! Buying enough time for the rest of his team to get in, it's an anger smoke place, and this is dangerous territory, dangerous indeed. Bane rattling a couple of heads, trying to knock it all together, but that is way too much to deal with. Fnatic! The Timbo's trying to be turned up against them, but they are happy as anything to play up to that pace.
What a wild play for Crashies. 99% of the time players are leaving the site there. And instead he tucks into that deep corner. And it's so unexpected. DRX don't even think to clear it. It's mad. But sometimes you need to be a little bit mad in these big games.
No one.
DRX knocked down onto an eco. The adjustment, anticipating what Fnatic are doing, but not quite well enough. Freeing has an angle over the top of this. Boaster's looking to challenge from short. Backs it up as the drone clears down long, and Freeing hears all of this.
Here's the footsteps. Right time to strike on this one, and there it is. Head clean off the shoulder. Hunter's Fury being offloaded, an attempt to answer back, but that isn't all. And Crashes like, wait a minute, they could push me on A long. I have to cancel this.
I think that's just a straight up misclick, I think. I think he just got panicked. And now DRX are looking to exec on B.
Himself in through short as well. He's sowing confusion, misinformation. Alpha, ADS up sharp still. Surgical with a shot. Maka with the plant though. Crashies, they just missed each other in terms of that timing. Boaster might go for a reclearance of his own, but he do need to be wary of this one. Hopping up behind. Crashies' patience played and pays off beautifully. Nice little two-piece.
اوكي بس دقيقة، لا الا توبا ولا كل جاي، والله كويس الراوند.
This one up, getting a move on. Bosa knows it. He hears it. All sound cues falls to him. And Fnatic are well
اوكي
back
تو
into
التو
this
احنا
match.
ايكو.
2 rounds in a row, down to the way that Crashies is playing his spots, making the
كم
decisions.
5-3 5-4 ولا 5-3؟
And he was phenomenally good on Corrode as well.
5-4.
You take a look at this. I mean, obviously, okay, we don't need to show this one. That's a mistake. That's an error. But at the same time, the way in which he pushes out and is able to find this backstab timing, even the patience to just get closer to the corner.
Yeah.
So he gets an immediate swing onto the next. It's too clean. It's too clean. 4 in a row now, answering the 5 in a row that DRX put down early.
Guns in the hands of DRX though. This is again all in over towards A.
Boaster hears it, calls for reinforcements.
Drone
Kayak's
sees a
here
lot
with
of
Leon.
And they're already calling for the players to move forwards. And is spamming to the corner. Mako didn't know where to stand into that one. TP as well, unexpected as anything. Another fight taken towards it. This is so damn aggressive.
مرة اجريسيف مرة.
They don't let them
مرة
breathe,
اجريسيف اللعب.
man.
مرة وين
Not a
السلو
single
من
inch of space is
جراج؟
given up.
نكسر الترت حق الخرا اللي في
There needs
السي.
to be a course correction for DRX.
ليش؟
Everything they're doing, butting their heads against a brick wall against the might of Fnatic. And they're playing like they want to get themselves into another grand finals, but for the first time, be champions.
This already was an adjustment though. DRX managed to tuck themselves into the other side, but they weren't anticipating that recon dart being there. The whole point was they get somebody deep and you actually have a crossfire, you dodge the paranoia reclear. But the adjustment again coming out from Crashies is so clean. You gotta go away from him, man.
يا اخي لان الفجر حاط ترت سي. اخي.
Knows what it takes to get to a grand final, especially the top tournament, the best spot, the biggest stage of the year. Doesn't stop. Eco round overall, but there's a tag and damage done through the wall. Alpha, with him gone, a lot of the setup removed, and again the call for the speed up. So double dash over, the recall as well, going to be pulling them all the way back, but again, okay, follow the traces, and you're going to be finding your marks. Damage done to all of them, up on top of lots.
حلوة. يعني صعب انك تزق فيه وتروح ذا
Excuse me, DRX.
فلانك 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 فلانك.
With the way that they're bloody playing, but Crashy still a danger player.
50 شبيه.
Lays it in towards the back, but he's just one man. What can he do? Lights up. Knows where the two players stand. TP across. This is a crossfire setup. Flash forward and a fight taken.
حلو
And there
حلو.
it is. Player
شوف كيف.
removed.
وينكو؟
Massive thrifty.
هاف باي.
I'm surprised at
ما
DRX,
يبغالها.
man. The pace like that has
لا يبغالها يا اخي، يلعب على جراج تراكم محشمين الفجر مرة.
I mean, the fast pace has been working once they get to a site.
يحط قرار في البي ويلعب هو كرونيكال يتوزعون على الجراج والسي. على الهادي يعني انتم.
Know where all of the defenders are. It's a much deeper
يلا
fight
6-5 حلو حلو.
people towards the back of C.
على الاقل نتيجة تطمن ولا نشقهم بعدين يقلبونها كذا ممكن
They are
افضل.
playing like that.
Hide the names and yeah,
Yeah,
like them.
those big fast-paced exec moments really do show you what Pacific's up to. 5v5 though, heading into the final round, guns on either side as well. So a straight-up rifle round. Kayak pretty close around here. And Alpha,
He sees it.
he's spotted that.
The gate crash. Blind in your face. TP to be taken. Into the back. It's a fake one. Double dash over towards it, but that's a pocket to play in. Alpha strikes where it hurts the most. You don't have your diligence if you're not clearing this one out. Youngmin is just trying to punch a hole through the defense. It's too much though. Way too much. And just like that, in rapid succession, it's Fnatic trying to end this one 6-6. Even up the half, blind in your face, shots fired in the dark, but surely a matter of time, and it is. Drawn up level, Fnatic. They're the ones in control.
A sick recovery in the half from Fnatic when it looked like DRX could run away with things. What a play. What a nice little pocket for Alpha to navigate around, and even when lit up by the drone, managed to take down Hyunmin too. Now the pressure is on DRX to make similar levels of adjustment because they only won a single defense round last time these two teams played on Haven, and then their defense was shocking on Corona we just watched.
الاتاك حقهم يخوف.
Whenever they have made those adjustments, we will find out. Opening here for round 13.
Hyunmin's burned the refract already for a little walk down mid with Mako. Didn't see anything. And the slower that Fnatic play, the more likely Hyunmin is to just waste that ability.
Flashback spotted. Forced to retreat there with a gate crash, already trying to post himself back up, but this is a setup here. Mako holding close. A shoulder might spoil the party. Reveal his position before he's known, and he's trying to re-clear off into the corner. Overwhelmed potentially. Oh my goodness!
لا 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 تولى تغير بس انه كويس بس انه
being even more deadly at that, but Mako still delivering, still raining down those blows.
مرة مهم البسل.
How on earth was he able to get so much value for just going on
ما
that swing?
سلام.
Just absurdity. If we wanted to see the course correction, it starts here in round 13, and with a pistol round under their belt, DRX can be all smiles.
Absolutely. Last time they lost the pistol on the defense half. Look at the damage he's done. That's mad. I mean, he's doing that before the saturate even really comes through. Crazy stuff from Mako with a classic. But yeah, last time they played, DRX ended up losing that defense side pistol and got bonused afterwards, and it just ended up running away from them. This time winning double pistol should put them in a position. A great chance to win here on Haven.
Doing a thing.
Turret gone, that's another.
ليه الايكو حقهم اقوى من الباي حقهم. يا اخي يزقون فيها DRX لاقى. الله العظيم قرف.
Reaction here from DRX, but this is overwhelming. Potentially there, the bodies are just toppled. Backflips occurring onto the B side.
كيف تخلونهم ياخذون الباي حقنا؟
They spill it out in the blood of their enemies. What a return. It feels inevitable at that. Bane, he didn't come into this with much weaponry whatsoever.
يا اخي خرع اللعب يا اخي.
Of his comrades.
They won't be leaving with much.
احسن لكم انت هطف.
Damage under Kron. 7 bullets. Rapidly from behind, crashes onto the flank. This surely should be a done deal. Finished business, especially with the damage done to Bane. Steps forwards. Chronicle, save pair of
يا اخي اقسم بالله غبنة يا اخي يتفلسفون يروحون لي بستلز عشان يطلع باي معهم الباي حقهم. طيب اخسر راوند يا حمار.
Kills happened so fast. But also, am I mad, or was DRX trying to take that long range fight with a Spectre of all weapons?
Not too sure.
Currently had that in his hand. God, that shot of Mako as well.
Adjustment.
With a classic from that kind of range. Mastercard Thrifty comes out at the perfect time to get Fnatic.
Bro, guys, I'm the gold pro.
I mean,
well, listen.
Yeah.
You're making a way. You're making a claim for it.
Truer words never spoken. The winningest player in Valorant. Quote, I am the GOAT.
Fnatic do win this one. They will be sailing into that grand final as a chance to claim a trophy that has always eluded them.
It can be better to lose the pistol and win the follow-up here, because you're more likely to have ults online to be able to snowball the attack side. So, as much as we were talking about round 13, DRX avoiding disaster that had visited them previously, they actually might be in just as bad of a spot, looking to potentially get bonus. Last time they got Alpha Year's Killjoy ult up, which is a nightmare to deal with, because then you have to play retake against the Viper, which is horrible. You never want to be doing that. Now, though, DRX are deliberately leaving A open for retake, just gambling on the eco.
They hit a drone now, break the turret. Signs of life over towards A. You're saying it's a bit of a gamble. Deep push up mid. Mako alone in this play, though.
And there's an alarm bot.
Yeah. Should be open for the taking here. The A site momentarily there. Smokes on smokes here, pushing them back, and the paranoia is the extra element, just in case. You can see Diligence there with the anchor smoke.
Yeah, definitely. Looking to put down the snake bite, throw down a little bit more utility, and buy time for the orb to come back up.
Oh yeah, Dart, double dash forwards. Hold on, he's playing this one into the anchor smoke. This is rapid by DRX. Kills acclaimed across the board. But a weaker weaponry, surely they can't stay the hand of them.
2v2.
Up from the high ground, Kayak's got his eye on it. Flash in your face, and he's made it a 1v1. Flash back versus Kayak. Yoru v Yoru, and it comes down to the finer margins. The tiniest of details. But an angle locked down by Kayak ensures that the round is theirs.
The Outlaw doing huge work there, just calming all of that instability. What a shot to open from Flashback. These A retakes. Fnatic know how DRX like to play them, but the explosivity bears mentioning. And that's through the Viper orb, where you're taking decay damage constantly.
A double dash into the anchor smoke cooked them.
Yeah, it's a mad one.
Time to jump.
But at the same time, it's Fnatic who are still in a bit of control, with an opportunity to go for...
Hey up, hey up, hey up! What an adjustment! Micro flick to the dome, flashback is gone. Out for the count in this round. Deep push down mid, that's the IGL done. Bleeding out now is DRX, they need to find a way to stem it entirely.
They're taking risks. They're looking to try to take the fights early on. Here comes freeing again. One of them's got to work for DRX to have any hope. Freeing, in fact, not actually catching contact just then. But he's managed to get a deep walk up, and the alarm bot not here. They spotted it earlier.
Stack of bodies, freeing has to be the playmaker. If there's any chance for DRX in this one. Potentially hearing with the sound cues, but guns out, well trained, return of it. Trying to tip-tap again. Good movement overall. Rightful aim of Alfia is intact. Players are spotted though. Our alarm bots triggered. That's going to be alerting it and calling for the speed up now. Fnatic are getting a move on.
They don't know that there's two on the flank, but Alpha puts down the turret just to make sure. Fnatic fully in control. The Viper not present in this post plant, but the numbers are just overwhelming.
I mean, DRX are already looking to save, I think.
Yeah.
This
round was so many individual risks. Flashback getting himself tucked down short. I quite like the idea of that. I think that's the kind of thing that Yoru needs to be doing. Contesting the space that Chronicle
بس انا الحين كاني شفت كاياك طاح بالريفيل ولا ليه ما طلق عليه ولا ذا الريفيل قاعد ديكوي.
Exactly. Stepping up to be the hero to try and salvage the round. Fnatic, they love it when teams play into them in that way, in that fashion. They've got discipline.
Could you think of a worse team to trickle into than Fnatic when they're running a slow, disciplined default?
They're going to be holding a slow default for like a minute.
Yeah. Still not up to a remarkable ult snowball here, Fnatic. Most of the points going into Chronicle's ult, which you need the sight for, you're looking towards people like Kayak or Alpha to really start the snowball, because those ults get you in, crack open the sights. So DRX still with at least one more opportunity to try to stabilize before Fnatic run away with things, but it's the EMEA team who are in control right now. I'd like to see DRX, if they are able to win a couple of rounds here, trying to really focus on getting that feeling of a comeback happening.
يلا نشوف.
Tension is there. It's an A-lobby fight that's going to be called for here by DRX. A lot of util being thrown in to make sure that they can try and win this one out. It's given up and conceded the space by Fnatic. Very willing to absorb it, look in other directions, see where the cracks in the defense might lie.
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out.
The clearance. I mean, Alpha's very much alone when he's taking a fight like this, and he could be overwhelmed rapidly.
Hello!
The rifle in hand, it's Yeomin who will lead that charge. There's only two of them in the hands of these players. Swapping around with the weaponry as well. That Outlaw will hit the deck.
Oh, Mako's on 1 HP.
God almighty.
I mean, he needs to chill in that position. It's a 5v4. You don't need to try to double down. The weaponry's not great, though, and that might have been why he was trying to take the incentive further and further.
Deep drone spots it out, but again, there's that uncertainty here for DRX, and it's all about how they hold on to this one. It's Bane and Mako, though, the ones without guns, and they're trying to find this one. Mako, bullet to the back of the head. No surviving that one, big reveal, and they are just so damn unaware. Crashies looking to take over this.
He's a big game player, and he makes big game decisions. He's just contacted fully in on A.
With the pit drop down as well, that surely should be it. Flashback attempts to be that playmaker.
1 for 1 3v2.
Inserts himself back in when Chronicle was occupied with the ult, but to no avail. Yeomin and Free now left in that 2v3. Dire straits. Got to try and spot where these players could be behind him, but again, there's so much to account for.
And Yeomin's not even attempting this.
No.
So it was all on freeing, hitting something completely bonkers. What a play, what a risk to take for Crashies there, to just walk in. As he starts to walk up long, I think he hears a piece of recon utility and so realizes where Bane is playing from. And just catches Mako completely in the back too. DRX not anticipating it, not thinking that Fnatic would go for something unusual off the wall like that.
I mean, there's a major weak spot right now at DRX, is that, listen, when their money is bad, and they're working with just pistols, maybe a rifle too, you don't see the same level of creativity that you do from other teams.
يا اخي المفروض يا بين انك انت اللي تشوف اللونك ايش قاعد تسوي؟
The round idea was quite good. I like the trap play over towards B main to put pressure onto Alpha. It just never went from there into anything else.
Yeah.
They weren't immediately trying to be proactive, and the body language is not good out there.
It's telling a lot, isn't it?
That's an eco round.
DRX have been trying to play this one game at a time, is how they've been handling the entire tournament. Understanding that they are the underdogs.
And that's your vibes merchant, by the way, Bane. Heading head hanging low.
Down with the reveal. Operator in the hands of Hyunmin. This is a big investment. It's all in.
Round 18 and we're still not up to Kayak or Alfier's ultimate. Still playing these rounds. Right.
Broken. Clone. Takes a bullet to the chest there. Hyunmin will be forced to respect that line, and everybody's scurrying away from that. They see signs from the operator. Moving over towards C. Good jump spot for Ing. He's going to get some information off the back of it.
And Alpha now is going to have his lockdown available. So you can use this one in Cubby, or you could use it in post-plan. But I think Cubby seems like a good idea to try to take the site.
Gate crash. It's hurt and broken. That's going to be looking to dismantle most of this one coming through, but there's a dart not broken in time. Hunter's Fury is going to be used to supplement, but no way off the mark. It's Fnatic who don't want to play into this one. A mad dash scurrying away from the action.
Well, Bane's just used his ult as well,
TP.
so now Alpha has a completely free one.
That's going to be heard. But the question is, where is it? Lying in wait, heaven or hell. It's a guessing game right now, and Bane has to win this fight out. It's a critical one.
30 seconds left.
The IGL down and out. This is 27 seconds
What are
left
they
into the
cooking?
round. What are they cooking? Hyunmin still lying here. Hinder drop down on top of it. The spike is laying in retreat. Ooming and ahhing, moving around the map. It's onto Alpha now to see if he can carve out that spot, but Mako is not to be removed. Cemented into his spot. The spray now might be messy, but the damage is done. There's no way in hell he's reclaiming that. Mako to make the play when it mattered most, when time was fully against them. And all you got to do is survive. DRX, they stem that bleeding.
Get a round on the board at the final hour here. Just to stop Fnatic getting up to 11. This kill is so crucial. Bane up in heaven, taking down Boaster. He dies there. It's an open path to the A site. But Boaster, when he died, had to call so many different pivots back and forth, going into Alpha, over towards Garage. Now they should have something a little simpler, though, because you've got the lockdown. Your opponents can't break it. You should be able to set up a fairly easy, like, A short ult, maybe B cubby ult. And so DRX looking to fight over A lobby, expecting that to be the location.
Flashback again.
What a shot!
Crashing into it. Oh my! The damage done is just overwhelming. It's too much to counteract.
إليه مشكلة. إليه الزق.
It's taking absolutely everything for DRX to remain in the game. The Fnatic are so willing to just walk all over them.
As soon as there's a little bit of extra pressure, that saturate through early. Everyone on Fnatic guns out, watching for the squad. Watching for the play, ready to punish at all times.
إليه مشكلة والله.
It's smothering out there.
إليه مشكلة مرة.
Reminiscent of what they were doing on Corrode too. DRX trying to set up for these fights. Just getting battered back. Alpha didn't need to use the ultimate. I think they were trying to make their way down short to get that one tucked into the little cubby, take the whole of the A site. Oh, now they've got Kayak and Crashies to play with as well. This is where it gets completely out of control for DRX. They're going to need something huge to get back in this game.
Not even a consolation prize, but weapons be carried into the next. You're right, Josh. They need a major adjustment.
Or a single player who just decides that they can't lose here on Haven.
It's this A lurk wall as well, though. It's causing so many issues. You see every single round so far, most of the time trying to contest over towards A short. DRX are never favored.
No, Fnatic are so good at playing around it. They just know the angles. I mean, they're hitting some outrageous shots too. Kayaks onto Hyunmin was filth. DRX force with Bane on a Sheriff.
Deep cam, broken immediately. I guess the acknowledgement that Freeing was looking for, and he's going to be feeling this now. If the dimensional drift popped off early, it's again a pace increase by Fnatic. Looking to clear most of the way in through the cage, and they spot out exactly where Freeing is playing. But he's going to try and take the play here. What is going on? Lit up Freeing, really being ISO. Boaster! It's making matters and taking him into his own hands. Smoke blooms, blossoms, the recall just saves the day. Damage being done though on either side. Dimensional drift. It's a decision to be made here. Choosing to use it. DRX is sending it, flying forwards. It's getting that field, spots out the two of them. One is missing, flash into the back. Oh my! This is Fnatic fully taking over. DRX can't keep up.
Huge mistakes at the end there for DRX. Toe-to-toe.
يا أخي فلاش باك الله يقطع.
Moments there, and then a team flash comes through, blinds up Hyunmin. Nightmare scenario. Great entry. Boaster playing off the back of the
الفلاش يا الزق.
but DRX had a chance of being able to get back in.
See what's going on? They're everywhere. They're like ants.
That's the pace that DRX tried to play around, but the mistakes inherent within the way that they were playing. And now 4 rounds in a row would have to be perfection from here to drag it into OT for DRX.
And they don't have the guns. There's no chance in a position like this, but with Alpha down and out.
Well, you asked for a hero. Flashback was that early in the tournament for DRX.
Steps up, drone spots it, taking that fight, taking it, fight forwards, not the gun for the job. Guardian just can't do it. It's a lot of damage done. Kayak barely alive, but he's DRX players now making sure to seal up the gaps.
Fnatic playing slightly faster, going deeper, and offering DRX early fights, early
There's no
engagements.
reason to take risks still.
No.
With 2 players up, freeing is very far forwards.
Yeah, in a 5v3, just drop back and play off. They can play off the trip.
Could get caught here.
You can feel the nerves in this game.
No way. Fake clone, you're not doing it to him. Not like this. There's no way. There's no way. Surely maintain. I mean, that spells it out. The mental composure, the state of affairs for Fnatic themselves. They're still believing like they can win at any moment. Chronicle would have to do it in a 1v5. And now I think DRX can breathe that sigh of relief.
For a moment, but like we were talking about earlier, it takes everything for DRX just to fend off what Fnatic are doing.
Yeah, they're barely keeping their heads above water.
And this was a bit of a sloppy round from Fnatic. It was one where they went forwards and started scaling within the first 20 seconds pretty deep, offering DRX those early fights that they want to take. This one just really nice, clean stuff, but taking those kind of engagements, deep down A long, deep down A short, on an earlier timing, I think favors DRX. Can Fnatic find the patience in a nervy situation for both teams to just close this out cleanly? Althea and Chronicle's ults should be a slam dunk combo.
The argument still there, as you said. The ultimate's building up.
Paranoia trap play down short here.
Try and make a play for it off of whose contact.
Well, there it is.
It's going to take the swing. It's not a favoured fight, is it? Fnatic again are just so happy to put the wall back up, apply that pressure constantly.
But think about if Fnatic had gone for that aggressive pace again. They may well have been caught by that, but this time slowing things down and baiting out the early skirmish from DRX.
In minute 10, this is both recon tools using for reclear and to no avail. Bane might be baited into a false sense of security. He might think this is not clear at all. He's taking a jiggle though. Still playing with that caution.
It's actually short that I'm more worried about as well, because that's the best position for Althea's ultimate. And so they're escorting in. VIP.
Gotta know that the fight could be taken here. That's an ult as well. Claimed out into the corner. Hinder dropped down at their feet. Drone tags. A lot of damage done. Youngmin could be in a spot of bother. Calling for the corner. What shot is that? Just takes the peek anyway. It's a predictable play with a lockdown now. It's going to clear out most of the way into the A site. DRX. How do they play it?
How do you get back in against Chronicle's ult? They're going to waylay all this.
They can try and fight this. There's 3 seconds left. Used just to try and slow down the approach to make sure that they can't scale, but that is entertainment into the back anyway. Can we fake pressure? DRX holding it down. Rooted to the spot, unwilling to give an inch.
حلو ناس
no pivot options, so no chance for it. DRX are finding ways to claw back in.
What a sick read from DRX there. There is a tiny gap for them to be able to play in heaven and in hell.
معهم فايبر الكرونيكال عندها هيلث نكست.
afforded them that opportunity to run backwards, dodge the lockdown.
قول لي تايمات تكفون تايمات ابغى 11 تكفون خلاص
same
معدلين.
lockdown that Althea ran against them in round 15 last time they played on Haven. And they got bonused against it. So that's going to stick in the back of your mind and going to be one of the things that you make specific counter plans.
تايم اوت ولا؟
It just so happens that Hyunmin had the perfect moment
بس ابغى اتاكد.
Yeah, to pull something together on the fly.
Smart stuff.
But that's only half of your Bulldog coming into this round.
Risky. Bit of money in the bank left trailing. Might not be an all-in. That is faster to saturate and that dart. Broken in time. Kayak's still there. Trying to square up and take that fight forwards. It's a drone to supplement.
Flashback
his way.
Flashback already left thinking that this wasn't real pressure. And now he's had to scurry back over to A. We can see that the main pack of Fnatic is trying to explore towards Garage and put a lot of pressure on Freeing. Freeing and Mako need to be perfect.
Spam goes either way, goes both angles. Kayak feeling like he needs to take the matters into his own hands and win that fight out, but his flashback.
flashback. First
The
back.
adversary dismissed. Now
Okay.
all grouping up. Fnatic looking to explode on B.
Into a B exec potentially here. Oh no, maybe going garage. This trip has been up for basically the whole half, waiting, begging for Boaster to TP into it.
Avoided for now. It's Molly's on either side, trying to see if they can carve a path in. Pressures here, but it just feels like it's the one player. It's a fake that's being played by Fnatic. They're trying to make it feel like it's just Alpha into the front, the paranoia. Forwards into the cage! Oh! They made their match! Double TP up, and it's a Boaster. Finger on the trigger a little bit faster towards it, but it's getting
Nice!
whiffy.
بس
Down into these tiny
هذا
details. It's going to be
هذا
DRX.
هذا
Crashes
هذا
in Alpha.
كاكوهم
Forced to retreat.
فلاش باك الله عنك استغفر الله العلي العظيم لو فوت الحمد لله جابوا راوند يا اخي بيجلطني استغفر الله.
From the very beginning of this half, DRX have been so ready for that B finish. Again, something very clear that
بعدين
they've
ده ليش
noticed from the
يوقف
previous match. The
البث
problem is,
اذا طقيت
massive
الطاوله
skirmish
الزق
over towards A lobby. They haven't been able to win consistently enough to force Fnatic here.
30 seconds.
هنا يوقفها الماوس. طب ما ابغى الكيبورد يوقفها.
Of
شلون؟
Boaster and Mako,
ايوه
two
كذا خلاص.
leaders,
يصير اذا طقيت الطاوله يضرب
the two legends
الصوت.
just staring at each other at the top of B. And this, the final one that DRX need to win to drag us to overtime.
One more.
Just to survive in the map. Tension is mounting. You can cut it with a knife at this point.
Chronicles had this pit forever, Bren, and he's just never been in a position to use it.
Count on your hands the amount of times he's been able to when they've got into a successful post plant. Drone takes the lead. Clone off onto another level of this one. Flashback hears it. There's signs of life. A lot of pressure and Freeing needs help. He needs it now. Bullets raining down as a paranoia falls.
يا أخي
Anticipated.
اصبر اصبر اصبر.
At the moment, Fnatic have found that opening, and it's going to take heroics, but Mako can't compete. Not
no.
against it. Fnatic primed. The pit lay it down. Flashback finished. Fnatic surely have done it. All the way down to the wire. It requires miracles now from Bane and Hyunmin. Sharpshooting is a given. To even stand a chance, but look at the murk, look at the gloom. You have to try and get past Chronicle. So keen to punish, so eager for the blood, and this is it. Haven is Fnatic's 13-11. Despite the best efforts of DRX, it is Fnatic now leading in this finals.
يلا.
Incredible. They do have that dog in them. They can take it.
لا ما فازوا لا 2-1. اذا فازوا الجيم الجاي بايند يفوزون يتأهلون النهائي. اذا فاز دي ار اكس تروح الجيم الخامس. بسلم التصويت.
I hit a little jiggy.
If they play like they have done at the rest of the tournament, DRX can make it to a match
يلا
fight.
يا رب
They
يلا
can
يا رب.
make it.
التصويت اللي ما صوت
Still to
بيقفل
the
مع
grand
بداية
final.
الراوند الثاني. التصويت اللي
But
ما
it does
صوت.
come back to what you were saying, the experience, because being able to play like you did in those games that didn't matter as much is a skill in itself.
To shake it all off, the pressure, the expectations that you're weighing upon yourselves. Entire tournament long, DRX have been taking it one step at a time, but with an early kill like that, it's all gone to pot.
That's greedy, playing for the ult orb.
Fnatic, well accustomed to playing positions like this, in the driving seat, the ball in their court.
Freeing
They
feels
wait
like
to
he
let
has
it
to make a
skew.
play.
Yeah, and he's potentially almost overstepping himself, barely getting out of there.
Escapes and flashback through the teleport, making it feel like it was his clone. Does Crashies clear this corner? He's been diligent, but he backs it up.
Time to be taken here by flashback. Potentially against a drone. They've missed each other. Now the onus on flashback to see what he can do. Pressure apply potentially. Show's control still there for DRX, and he's found it. Doesn't wait it out, just wants to take the kill and a shot straight away. White face in the air.
هات flashback!
This is going all over the place. Doesn't matter how much you tip tap away. B site entirely open now for the taking. He's going for that early ground.
Yeah, he's so deep, isn't he?
And Mako, will it be anticipated? Not quite. Doesn't expect them already to be that deep here. This is DRX getting cut out one step, one player at a time.
And now in a 2v4 that will be a nightmare to recover. They don't know if there's a player deep towards elbow. Could be in any positions all around the site. And Crashy's still with a bunch of util to work with. Kayak with a flash. Fnatic pushing and pulling on the pistol round, finding those gaps and those openings.
How do you even play this? No smoke to work around here. Everybody ingratiated themselves into the deeper corners of the site and the map. Fnatic
خير بالله.
easily as that, only one player dropping. Letting nothing slip here. Early beginnings for Fnatic themselves. And they're a team that want to close this one out. They don't want it to go to distance, not to all 5.
I mean, this was just straight up greedy, I think, from Bane. Look at the wide swing, though, from Crashies.
Yeah.
I mean, that's confidence. That's a player with experience who knows that in big matches, people are just going to shoot too early. They're not going to settle their aim and go for a steady kill. And he can mess with people like that. He's now picked up a Phantom. 3 rifles available for Fnatic in this round. Looking to try to put some pressure over here.
Yeah, it's a deep TP through the T.
It's a weird one.
I see the gate crash behind.
I'm not sure that Fnatic got the read on that either. Potential for Flashback to end up in a weird position.
Every stack of bodies over towards it. Fnatic are trying to make sure that this one lands safely over towards the A. Sight Kayak, again, asserting himself, full control over towards that showers area, and it's a fake with a TP. Looking to re-clear this one. Again, needs to be held into the smoke, and right-click and a recall. Not enough to treat. He can dissuade the plan from going down. Fnatic are the ones now once more in control. Don't know where these players are lying. Salvos as well going to be meeting. On top of that, C's collected. Right-click there. Hold on, that's a saturator. Does connect.
Winnable.
Bullets are landing right now.
Winnable. You have to go.
Apart these players, it's going to be up to players like Kayak to see if they can do anything about it. TP backing away. The Prowler forces the issue, but again, the issue is weaponry. Mako does have the rifle. A tap to force the pull. Kayak again might be expected onto that position. A bit of spam forwards. Again, these kills being rattled across. DRX doing a lot of damage, but it's left up to Mako. The spike already ticking far too out of range. Can't play for the win, but he can play to do the damage.
Just making sure that Chronicle goes down with him there. At the end of the day, it's just about that economic damage. DRX looked like they had a chance of being able to get that through, and it shows you how powerful
يلا
some
يا
of this
رب الباي
util
يلا
can be.
يلا 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 يلا.
Because as soon as they landed that saturate, there was an immediate follow-up possible. But here, Fnatic are not going to have the greatest buy heading into the next. They bought 3 rifles there that they were hoping to take with them into the bonus round, and they can't. Most are actually forcing, which implies he's going to, I don't know, run a Judge or a Stinger or something next round. So they've actually got quite a bit of weaponry to work with, and back to the pistol round idea.
White face, that's way too many players to deal with. Another jail card called here by Hyunmin. He's going to be backing all the way out.
And Flashback coming to reinforce.
Hold on. Fight in showers. Orb tapped, given up and conceded. They want Kayak's ult online ASAP. Deep drone, that's a saturate refight called for. TP out, but they've left Alpha out in the middle of nowhere. Booster! What a step up from the IGL.
He forced the Bulldog and he's come away with a potential round win. And look at Crashies, look at all the space he's gathered towards the back of A. Freeing is on an island.
He is. So tight in the corner here. Clearance will spell defeat. Here's the pressure, here's the footsteps, wall goes up. Crashies all the way around to the corner, it's getting cleared out, they know roughly the position. Gotta suspect that something was up, especially with Crashies in such a deep spot, and none the wiser.
Mako again, same as the pistol round, rotating back to the
اللعب
side.
غلط.
Conversion. Doesn't realize.
سيف اللعب غلط. ربي رحمتك اللعب بايد غلط قاعد يلعبون غلط مرة.
They're micro or they're macro, and he is testing the very limits of it. He's getting away with murder. The kind of things that you wouldn't expect.
هو اسلوب اللعب هذا لازم يفوزون في الدول. لازم يذبح.
Sure, big games like this
أنا
normally.
قاعد تروح تلعب اجرو كنترول شاور وانت قاعد.
Want to take risks,
but if you can take the risk, if you're the kind of person that's got the experience and know which risks to take, there's also more mistakes being made in these kind of big games. There's more gaps, actually, because people do tense up, because you know, you run out of mental bandwidth to be able to cover everything. And here, the gap was all the way through lamps. Nobody from B rotated over to try to pick that up. They just left freeing in showers.
Already seeing difficulties here for DRX. For Fnatic, it is a dream beginning, potentially a closer of a map. Secure a ticket to the grand finals to get their fated matchup against NRG and a chance to potentially get their hands on a trophy that has always eluded them.
They've already
اه
done the
فناتك
best
ما
that they
قد
ever
ما
have in
قد
the
وصل
champs.
نهائي اصلا في تشامبيونز
First
صح؟
year they made it to the quarterfinals, then they took a step further, a step further again and made fourth in
انت المخرج.
2023, and then slid back. And this year, podium finish at the very least. But eyes on the trophy.
تصويت ايش فيه التصويت؟ ما قفل المود. والله اني ما دغيت والله.
On the DRX coaches' faces
اوه
now.
اوكي تقفل
Not
بس
happy
ما
with the way
انتبهت.
that their team's playing it, and it makes sense. Kind of flashback taking the duel over towards Showers. Flashback getting the worst end of it.
صوت يا مخرج.
Rifles just chewing them up. Sheriff's in the hands of the DRX players. It's going to have to be real precise, sharp shooting on their end if they want to see if they can find a way back in. But that orb is conceded, given up, and that's a dimensional drift now earned. It's the danger, especially with these compositions on bind, easy access to the orbs. You see the ult start to get generated, the war chest brimming with them. Big one, Hyunmin spots it. So that's to try and disengage away from that, especially with the C's and a snake bite just in time. But looking like he might want to take a fight forwards anyway. Saturates there. Prowler meets Prowler. Salva's at the back in a dimensional drift as well. This is highlighting the position. Hyunmin, he's not sharp enough, not quick enough at all. Needs to be that back of the Bane's position, completely highlighted. Pinpoint accuracy and pointed out by that dimensional drift. And now you're seeing it. I mean, Fnatic are just, again, all the momentum behind them, the wind in their sails, taken from Haven to now, all the way to bind.
Yeah, they're running away with things, but I think there is a small silver lining in this round that DRX, the pressure over towards Garden, did actually force out that dimensional drift from Kayak that they accessed by the Showers ult orb earlier on. So, Fnatic at the next rifle round, the one that really matters for DRX, are not going to have that huge ult to be able to turn the tide, or rather keep the tide going in their favor. It is obviously a disaster start for DRX, but I guess my point is it
خلاص
could be worse.
وقفنا اكتساح في البطولة يعني
DRX
إلى
though,
هنا
next round need to find the adaptation.
ولا فيه.
They could try to run a Showers crunch, right? Fnatic have been baiting that they're going to take over towards Showers repeatedly, and then when they're tapping the ult orb, it is Kayak. He's probably still going to escape, but at least you keep control of that area, especially if you do a crunch with your Yoru and you can then TP back over to B. You've got to adapt to what your opponents are doing. And right now, Fnatic are saying loud and clear, we are taking Showers. Another round, same idea. Nobody set up the crunch. Nobody really set up the fight. Hyunmin's just sat inside a Astra Star.
I don't really know what's going on with DRX. They need some sort of hit back.
يلا
Okay, sure.
يلا يا
That's one
من
way to
على
do
يدك
it.
إن شاء
Just
الله.
let it start hitting. Might be signs of life yet. Hyunmin, you are hard committed. Let's get the info he's looking for. There was a smoke blooming in his face just before.
2 recall stars. He might be tempted to push back in. Those recalls might make him think that Fnatic have left.
Looking like it, but now disengage, pull back and away.
But I think partly the reason why they're happy here is because Bane's jiggle peeking towards B long and getting them good info. So it feels like it's still going to end A.
Crashies, hold on, what's going on here? It's supposed to be happening across the board. Towards this A site, Sowers are sent flying forwards up into lamps. Hyunmin, hard committed, tuck tight, and that is insanity! He's up for an ace and a round like this! And he's pulled them straight!
يلا 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 من تلب.
What a timing for it. They needed an adjustment. I'm not sure they even had an adjustment strategically.
أخ والله إنك لاعب.
But he just went out there and
والله
killed all
العظيم
5 of the players on Fnatic. So that I guess
أقسم
will
بالله
get the
إنك
job
انت
done.
ضبط.
Brent, still though, no one on DRX out of their seats. No one on
شد
DRX
حيلك.
from
شدوا معاه يا شباب شدوا معاه. ليش باك يا زبال؟
A quite reserved reaction from Hyunmin. Acing to get the first round on the board.
Yeah.
To fend off being eliminated from champs.
If you're not reacting at least to a play like that, then when are you going to be reacting? I think it spells it out quite clearly.
God, he's looking for another fight again. He's just sat inside these Astra Stars.
He got it done versus Paper X. DRX played against them the opening match. It looked like Jing was going to be running away with things, and it was Hyunmin to step up.
Oh, he activated.
He bought enough time for his team to lock in, shake off the nerves.
He got 20 kills in that second half.
Yeah, he definitely did.
Here, though, they've lost B-long control, which I think was crucial for Bane to be able to get that info in the previous and get a 3-player stack on A. Yoru's messing around with the teleports.
Fake pressure.
Yeah, well, Flashbacks is real, though. He's committed to this one.
Hold on, Chronicle's watching. Chronicle's watching, and look at that. Primed and ready onto it. It's picture perfect with a crosshair placement, and even posted his attack side up, laying claim to his life. Only so much you can do from a spot like this. Youngmin might be forcing the issue again.
بتهلت هي من الحين.
Sidestepped.
ولا بتصبر شوي
The
لما يجي
eye of it,
التيم.
at least for now. Knife's going to be sidestepped. Horn forwards again. Sees close quarters. Crashes. More than
ما
ready.
عقلت يا يمن صبر
It's going to be
شوي.
that 5th round added up to the tally because Fnatic are not done yet.
Picture perfect response from Fnatic. One blip of Hyunmin acing and Fnatic straight back into things. Real calm. As soon as the teleport noise is made, it could well be
ليه ما
fake,
تصبرون؟
obviously. That's
ابغى اعرف انا ليه ما تصبر؟ ليش الفلاش باك يقدم؟
Chronicle tucked into a corner. Make sure that he gets the punish onto flashback. And then the attack side up that Boaster loves to bring out on this map. Punishes an info peek over towards short as well. Mako has had the wrong read on where Fnatic are ending every single round. I guess apart from the previous, where Bane was just jiggle peeking B long.
I mean, credit to Fnatic as well. They're throwing in enough misdirection.
Yeah.
TP in, the deep drone into showers, making it feel like it could be anywhere else. And look at it, the info peaks.
Yeah.
It's just DRX trying to put together a clear
شوف
picture
الكلات
of
كل اللي
where
جابوها
Fnatic are.
1 by 1.
Punish for it.
1
You're
by
playing
1.
right into the playbook of Fnatic. There needs
فزنا على تيام قوية. مبسوط انا اصلا ماني مصدق. بس دام في فرصة. انا اقصد دام في فرصة نقدر نجيب. يعني احس هذه فرصة لان الاداء والانتفاضة اللي جت تضمن انها تصير السنة الجاية ولا اللي بعد اللي بعد.
They've been able to go the full distance. Here it feels like they're running out of gas.
طموحي كل ما لا يزيد. طمع قاعد اطمع انا يحق لي اطمع والله. بداية قاعد اقول يا رب اتاهل من الجروب ستيج بعدين افوز جيم واحد في البلاي اوف. في الحين قاعد العب انا على اني اتاهل للنهائي. وعلى يدنا طلعنا المراكز الاولى في كل الريجن. يوروب وامريكا وبالسفر.
Left to contain, it's an even trade out.
It's a very solo effort though.
It is, and it's all feeling like heroics. Nothing really joint together from DRX, but maybe heroics is what it will take. Flashback. Alpha gone. Out of the fight for now, but that operator still deadly and still got
يا أخي ما تدري إنه ما يدرون إنه
يمن ما
تدري إنه
Flash to reclear. So DRX with some information. Mako holds strong.
Makoed up. The open, but the smoke dissipating. He spotted this player out. Dimensional drift forward. No way!
Sorry, it's all gone wrong. How has Boaster managed to punish flashback there?
Chronicle forwards taking a step, but this is free and crosshair placement impeccable. But it's a guessing game. This Boaster could be landing anywhere. He's gambling onto the A side. Excuse me. It's freeing. Is going to be left wondering now.
Wipes the sweat off his mouse hand and gets the plant down with 10 seconds left on the clock. Freeing, fairly far away. Boaster not with a great weapon for the job.
بس مع بول.
He's still going to be left guessing where could he be, but he's taking risks now to reposition. Has stars to work with and delay the plant. Big reposition. Wrapping all the way around. Here's it. Concuss into the pull. Disrupts it enough and buys him time. He's going to move on. It's knife out behavior. And Freeing still left guessing, but he's guessing correctly. They can be going wrong. Smoke up, propped up. Showers of the TP, but that is going to be the snake bite, but it doesn't slow it down. What is that? Unbelievable!
قم الله يلعن طلعت كراعينك يا زبال كل الدنيا راحت.
Just as he's about to die, acid creeping up, melting his ankles. He lands the shot. Top fragging for Fnatic. What's going on there?
It's Boaster.
Oh, he's outplayed him.
Having an absolute life game. Life out, anticipating it.
Oh, he's done him.
He's 8-3 right now. When Boaster's playing like this, there is no stopping Fnatic.
Boaster with the attack up on bind. Actually an iconic combo.
Made history with it.
You're ulting
now looking to do
on
it
an
again.
eco.
You've got Sheriffs to work with. Freeing's got a stinger. A Viper's Pit, but it...
There.
It's pure desperation.
It is, man.
They're also just not doing anything different at the start of these rounds. I guess this time, with the pit, they've managed to double up in showers. But they're just allowing Fnatic to run their game over and over again.
Tap to bait, there's no refight. Alpha happy to pick up the orb, he's got his ult now.
It's just got to be shots hit with the Sheriffs once more.
Form factor.
DRX put in so much reliance on their players to deliver with the mechanics.
Mechanics just isn't enough though against a team like Fnatic. Prowler forwards, catches that contact. Bane forced to respect it. Maximum South out. I mean, the way that Fnatic are working, they've had access to the orbs the entire bloody time. Drone's good. Saturate there, just onto the one, and it's being covered here. White face, white swing. Shots need to be landed, but they don't have the guns for it. It's a dynamic duo, Flashback and Hyunmin. They collapse under the might of that pressure. At this point, it's looking like an inevitable 7th round added up.
Freeing has a gun that he could try spamming with. Plant's not down yet.
Oh, God. What is that? It's fate firmly on the side of Fnatic with plays like this, but they haven't stopped.
DRX have been out here running the lower bracket this whole tournament, giant slaying, taking down top seeds that we have in Valorant. They are coming up short today. They're looking out of their depth.
More confidence, more confidence.
More confidence.
More confidence?
Listen.
The confidence difference couldn't be bigger.
The energy's there, and it feels like an inevitability at this point. DRX, they don't have those hidden reserves.
Finally,
Bullet
something
deep,
different.
This is it. It's a horn play out of the TP, but Flashback taking it one step further. He feels like he needs to take that necessary step. Almost dying for it, almost punished. Barely alive. He's going to be limping into the next engagement. Reposted up.
Yeah, Prowler to try to get him on the line.
2 players, double Prowler, broken early. Bullets are raining. Chronicle, he's hunting. He knows he's there. Caught into the corner. The defense from Bane. Horn broken. Sees there still. It comes down to the reactions, and he can't handle it. Not against the heat that's being turned up. Crashes.
يلعبون لحالهم، كل واحد يلعب لحاله.
He knows what it takes to deliver a team to a grand finals, especially on the biggest stage of the year. And Kayak can just lie in wait. It's all too predictable. It's all too easy. The DRX are left scrambling, wondering how the hell do we find our way out of this one.
والله حرام، والله في
Back
فرصة.
against the wall.
والله في فرصة يا
In a
أخي.
hard place. It's Crash is just forcing the issue. He's hammering the nails into the coffin with every single kill, with every single round. The 1v4 again, Miracle plays, ordered up, but can Freeing deliver? 1 player found, 3 more to deal with. TP's misinformation sowing it into their minds, and what a flicking adjustment again. They can't be stopped at this point. It's Fnatic with that Dayward destiny. They want that for our grand finals. They want that placement there. They want access to a trophy that they've never been able to lift before.
They can feel it, can't they? The confidence in which they're taking all of these fights. When you've played enough big games like this, you can tell when your opponent's starting to crumble. And you can keep increasing the
كان
pressure.
هجيجي كان هجيجي بس هم يا اخي متوترين والله قاعد يلعبون سولو كل واحد قاعد يلعب لحاله.
Teleport over towards showers, see if they could set flashback up. But then the refight.
لازم يغير شوي الروتين، يغير في الاستراتس في الديفند، لازم يغير شوي.
They're obsessed with showers. DRX determined to try to hold this area, this time with a smoke. Locking it off, and immediately Fnatic realize that something different is happening, start to take the spike in a different direction.
And just maneuver around it, like water flowing into the cracks in the pavement.
Oh,
Peak timing.
For a moment there, could have been Mako going down. And this Viper Orb that's been in Bane's face has been horrible for him too. Chronicle keeps putting it up and down, limiting his knowledge and information that he's got access to.
It's incredibly static by DRX. Weaker guns, but not willing to take a risk in a moment like this when it could turn it around. No switch up, no change in the confidence. And Armageddon's going to be waiting to layer it down. That's a red carpet rolled out behind, and a deadly one at that. Horn's going to be dealt with. Snakebite as well, the follow-up, and a C's close quarters. Kayak is in and through, and oh man! Heads are turned, and they were not ready for that.
They had no clue. Kayak had an easy entry. Shooting players in the back, the side of the head. Bane and Freeing left reeling. And the retake just has no hope, surely. 3 Sheriffs. Kayak going so wide. Yeah. I mean, this is just mad confidence.
It's done. The dreams for DRX, carrying the pride of their nation on their shoulders, the pride of Pacific. Looks like it will be ending here. It's Fnatic who are writing that next chapter, and they're using the blood of DRX to bloody do it.
It was Chronicle, actually, who we just heard say that they felt like they crumbled under the stress against NRG. Remember that for all that we talk about Fnatic being in great positions before, Champs is a little different. They haven't even been in this spot, but they have so much experience in big BO5 games. And this time they're stepping up to the moment. Rifles back online for DRX, again doubling up, this time with the Viper over towards Showers. Slightly different setup where Flashback picks up Hookah and is able to teleport away to A if they need it.
It's an operator.
They've not at any point tried to fight Hookah aggro. Bane now trying to grab information over there. It does seem like a good defensive swap. I like the adjustment they've made. It's round 11. You're down 1-9.
Too little, too late.
It feels hopeless.
The ult stacked against you. DRX might have them themselves, but they've never been put in a position to use them now. Drone forwards. Pressure applied evenly across this A site. Freeing and Mako are going to be asked the most. Can you hold back the onslaught? Showers control. Vitally important. Salvos to clear on at least one side of it. Orb up.
Trying to make it difficult to tell when they're actually going for a big site hit.
Towards B.
There are huge ultimates available for DRX. Mako's waiting, trying to figure out when to use his smokes, when to use his molly. And then, of course, he's got the orbital strike in the back of his pocket too.
30 seconds left. Star's going to be dropped down out of Dimensional Drift again to layer out a path to success. Or even the Cosmic Divide is seeing it. Everything being used. Conversion pass to slow down the approach. It's a flash in the face of Mako. He can't withstand it. It's too much. He turns up all the way. You're out of the bloody pan and into the fire at this point. It's up to Hyunmin to see if he can deliver it. Nightfall, ults, everything being invested. It's a last hurrah and a last chance at that. DRX, they got to win this out and they need to do it now. Bullet through the box, that's another kill claimed, and it's going even at that with a 2v2.
Another flash still.
Rapid action, Stars lay it down. It's never ending. The pressure being pushed. One tap, forces it to pull, finding it. Seconds being bled out, stun connects. Chronicle slinking in from behind. The deliver of death and more. And he's hunting for that chance to gain another.
خلاص الله يرحم امك اللي فيني مكفيني. وتروح تهزها عن امك.
He's running front of the waylay ult there, Chronicle, scaling with the spike, and then the post plant walks fully through lamps about as quickly as he could without making any noise. Because he's not scared about being punished. They know they're going to win.
I don't even know.
Poster's running out of dance moves.
I don't even know.
Not enough emote slots at this point. It's 10-1. One more round and a half, but the demeanor is just in the dumps for DRX. Nothing they've done is working. Aggro play, white face at that, but straight into the operator. It's a missed shot for Boaster.
Every time they try to take the fight, somebody on Fnatic just backs up. And DRX never get that clean engagement they're looking for.
No.
Meanwhile, they lose space elsewhere.
It's a masterclass in calling that's being worked by Boaster.
That's a really good indication of Bike defaulting.
Kayak's a fight taken. It's just a stun off the contact. Even if Kayak is alone, it's a gate crash to get out. There will be no trade in sight. And again, risk to be taken. It's freeing.
Oh, yeah.
Stepping forwards. Might be able to catch the timing again as backs turned towards him, but he fires too soon! And he's lit up on either side of things. Kayak rejoining the rest of the pack. One last chance here, but Maka's not even going to get it. With the molly lay it down, a short control is theirs.
Time is ticking.
It's Fnatic that are working him like a fiddle, though. Hyunmin forwards onto the angle. It needs to be sharp, needs to be more. Stunned up into the corner. Alpha takes it. Bane towards the back. It's left into that 2v2 for one last chance to really correct the course.
Nightmare scenario, a 2-10.
ميوت ايفنت ساوند. يا اخي ايش اتفقنا يا اخي ايش اتفقنا؟ اتفقنا انه ما نرسل كان انتظرت الحين راح ادي بقصها بالبث. DRX ما عليه.
Game is afoot. Pressure on immediately here. Deep Horn, Hyunmin wants to take that line. Most of will catch a contact to most of that one here. It's immediately going to be blooming that smoke in their face, making it difficult for DRX to get sort of foothold.
Flashback, the furthest one in over towards Showers. Had a very rough half. Inexperienced player looking to try to get a bit more confidence, taking the challenge.
Out there, he's eager for that fight. Feels like he has to redeem himself, perhaps. What a Util collapsing onto A short. Deadly trap, and even deadlier still. There's multiple layers to this. Players lying in wait like crashies. Max gone though. It's freeing forwards, but no follow-up onto Hyunmin. This is disjointed at best, yet DRX are still making the best of it. Finding their way forwards, smoke dissipates, and with it the kills are claimed and collected. Peralta
ماكو اضحك ماكو اضحك والله انكم مشرفين والله هي الغبنه بس ان احنا قاعدين نهزم فنتك لو من اي واحد ثاني عادي. اسمع عليه ما عليه.
Not even sure that he was intending to get that opener. That looked like he was aiming for the clone. Either way, 3 in with 3. Flashback follows up. And DRX give themselves a shred of hope.
شرد ولا مو شرد؟
Attack side execs really strong. But we were talking about that on Corrode and they just never even materialized.
No, and now it's all about just making sure that you have no weak spots, no sore spots, making sure that you clean out around like this as best as you can when you have that weapon in your hands. Mako, sure not to get overwhelmed. Could have been deadly. We've seen Fnatic thrifty multiple times over the course of this series so far.
Yeah, this one doesn't look particularly likely. Crashes and Kayak left with classics. Important that you don't allow a big ult snowball to happen, but Marco's you're not too worried about.
It's this buffer.
Yeah, it's this kind of dive in that Bosa will have been prepping for.
الفريق الوحيد اللي ما خسر في البطولة انرجي ايه انرجي ما خسر ولا جيم. فاز على DRX، فاز على AGG تأهل، فاز على MIBR وفاز على TH وفاز على فناتك. يب صح.
10-4, a 6-round lead. It's Fnatic who
ما قصرت يبغى GG.
Fnatic that have pulled it off.
الله يسلمك. إيه يلا تعجبني روح الرياض.
Oh, that's a rifle. Hey up. Has to be reclaimed. Tapping away. Ghost is there in time. Hands are freeing.
Crashy's desperately just trying to throw it off the edge of the map there, I think.
He did it.
وبدل.
Was that a pistol that he recovered?
هذا كلاسيك.
Yeah, I don't think he managed to get the rifle back in the end there, actually. So this is the first test for Fnatic. Maintaining composure and dealing with what DRX have got to throw at you.
They're just cheering for the gun off the bloody map, man.
لا توتروا. ما في سترات ماشي في الماب، يعني لعبهم مو بنفس سنست. سنست ترى ماب فناتك ولعبوا بسترات واضح. لكن هنا في الديفنت ما لعبوا بسترات صح. يعني ما غير ماكو بدري، ما غير الكوتش بدري، غريبة. الشاور كانت قاب عندنا مرة. البات.
Primed, held in hand. That's a miss onto the corner.
بنشوف.
Being inserted.
They're ready to go for this crunch. Look at Alfier's position. He's just backed it up now. He was thinking about going through the TP.
Lash Prowler, and there's a squeeze occurring. Out from the short angle, double dash up towards the top. Kayak! Tight. Again, he can't actually escape out of that spot. So the spam is enough for the Tracers. Chronicle forwards again. Chronicle!
أنهى مشروع الريتيل كله.
My God, man! Flashback now is he's going to be forced to answer back as best as he can in a spot like this, but it's just too much. The trophy cabinet is brimming for Kron. A man like this, and he's rising to the occasion, to the chance and the challenge to take it all the way.
GG.
He's a guy that just seems to get better the more the pressure is applied. There's a reason that he's been on winning rosters time and again.
I feel it. He's actually going to terminate them.
16-6. Look at some of these shots, how sharp and quick they are.
He's just locked in.
He really is. He's in the flow state.
Wow.
You don't pull off a comeback against that kind of Chronicle. So the bonus round goes nowhere for DRX. And they have really one last hope at making this snowball a reality. Otherwise,
I have the spike.
It's doomed.
Finished, done, dusted. It is your year done. Despite themselves setting low expectations, coming in as a 4th Pacific seed themselves, trying to take it one game at a time and having fun with it. Despair is creeping in.
Yeah, you can't help but hope for more when you get into a position like this.
Exactly, and then it all just becomes a little bit too real. Even if you were playing with a house.
واو
Bait and switch.
What a punish.
البلاي يا شيخ.
And he is becoming the Terminator. Flashback. Reels back. Grabs an ult orb. 2 away though
خاف على
still.
التيم ده والله انه ديفرنت.
Not close to providing that opportunity for his team to engage. They're going to have to do this one at 4v5. NRG were winning a bunch of them against Fnatic. But DRX got to go through a nasty crossfire setup here.
How do you deal with it? Kayak tucked up here. Chronicle's going to be forced fight out into the open. That's a shot that does get claimed. Familiar position. Kayak still playing here. Will get traded out in the end. Even exchange at that. 3v3. DRX still to get that plant down, and the pressure is relentless. The Utah still coming out, and Alpha creeping from behind. He's found it. The right time to strike with Hyunmin gone. Comes down to the shots, and he needs to be landed now. DRX trying to carve a path, trying to carve anything at all. But 12 rounds is inevitable. Fnatic will not be denied.
Huge performance out there from the players under pressure after Chronicle went down. And Fnatic get their way up to match point. They have 8 opportunities to close this game out in a 3-1 fashion. Not even seeing the 5th map here. They go on a rematch with a chance for revenge against Crashy's old team. The crowd behind them. DRX desperately clinging on. But this map felt like it was over a long time ago.
Dream close to dying here for DRX. Flash forwards, aggression, name of the game. The weaponry not good.
يلا استطعنا بس ما استطعنا.
Judge staying his rifle in hand, a Spectre maybe the trail at the end. Dimensional drift earned up. It's all or nothing now for DRX. Taking it forwards here, but Fnatic gearing up themselves. Down into a short angle. Kron spotted out, outside of it. That's a Judge in your face, and the trades are coming in. Thick, fast, and ready already. Bane is running all over them, but shots in the back, shots in the dark. Oh!
يا جدي.
Oh! That's surely done it. Fnatic, the uncrowned kings, are looking for that final trophy, that final throne that has always eluded them. They are coming for NRG's neck.
An opportunity at revenge, well earned today. They fend off DRX twice in a row after these squads had gone back and forth across history. And Mako, a small smile on his face. It all crumbled around him today towards the end, but they can be proud of what they put together, this rookie version of DRX. Today though, not enough to be able to take down Fnatic.
الساعة تقول يلا دقيقة ايش ده يا عيال ما توقعت كل ذي الدرجة في حقد وغل
Just before the finish line. But for Fnatic or Smiles, they have a date with Destiny in that rematch against NRG. And a chance to lay claim and put their hands on a trophy. As I said prior, it's always eluded.
ما في
The gap in the cabinet for DRX.
شكرا ديركس شكرا شكرا والله يا ابطال والله يا ابطال والله اصفق بيض الله يجزيكم والله العظيم 4 سنين زقيته في كبدي احسن اداء من يوم شجعتكم احسن بطوله ما عليه احسن اداء قدم DRX من يوم شجعته المركز الثالث في البطوله ما كنت متوقع اصلا الحمد لله اداء مشرف غيرنا ما هو موجود بس والله قهر كان ودي بس افوز على فناتك يعني حتى لو اني طالع من الجروب ستيج من بدري وفزت على فناتك اخي القهر اكثر تيم غابني هذه الغبنه الوحيده لكن غبنه اني ما اخذت البطوله هذه اصلا متوقعه حرام الفريق ذا يفوز على DRX اي قالوها كثير قبلك حرام يفوز على G2 وعلى يطلع اسباس حرام انه يتأهل بس شوف ما له نفس طويل اي والله هذا اللي انا اللي قلته ما ذولي عندهم مره خبره في البر انهم يلعبون بست اوف 5 حنا ما افضل مباراه شفتها ما في الا هي اليوم بس فلاش باك يبيله والله ضياء ما عليه جي هارد لك لنا ما عليه هارد لك لنا هم والله الصراحه لعبوا احسن الحق ينقال بس كان عندي ثار وما ادري ليه يعني من باب الخساره الاولى في الجروب ستيج بس دي ار اكس الحمد لله يعني المستوى كويس، انه رحنا الثالث. والله مستوى جبار، والله ما توقعت انه بنجيب الثالث في البطولة. توعدنا نجيب بكرة عادي، ما استغرب يسوونها. هاكان الى متى يا عيال؟ هاكان يا عيال خلاص يا اخي، معقولة باقي مغبون بالمشكلة ذا اللي يقول لي القم ولا ذا تلقاه ما يشجع. ايه خلاص بكرة النهائي ان شاء الله. السنة الجاية انها سنة يعني دي ار اكس اداء مشرف والله، اذا بيستمر زي كذا بس يضبط الامور بعض الامور. تست نيو ايجنت تداي؟ لا ان شاء الله ما، لا بعد بكرة يوم 6 نيو ايجنت. بكرة تشجع فناتك؟ لا اعوذ بالله.
You better know we're going to be ready. And when you're in bed having nightmares about us, you know we're going to be ready.
الزق يايط على نرجي بكره والله عشان الشات. انا والله العظيم انها ضايقه، والله انها قافله شوي، والله ما هي بقافله شيء، قافله كثير. زاقه معي وقاعد اقرا الكلام اللي يسد النفس في الشات، لكن